Good evening everyone and a warm welcome to all of you in today's session on EduTap. So my dear friends, all of you are welcome in the today's reports and indices marathon session for all the aspirants of NABARD grade exam on our YouTube platform of EduTap. So my dear friends, when I talk about today's session, in this session we will be discussing all the latest reports and indices for the agriculture and rural development, and apart from that we will also be covering the last 3 months of reports and indices from the month of July, August and September in this particular session. So my dear friends, when I talk about today's session, we all know that your preparation is going well for the exam, and apart from that, the most important thing is your retention from the exam point of view. And how will you retain all the things? You will be retaining them after revising them. So to make sure that you have properly revised, we at EduTap have brought up the reports and indices marathon session for all of you. And in this session, first of all, Shamli ma'am will be covering all the ARD reports from the exam point of view, and after that I will be taking up for all the ESI reports and indices from the exam point of view. So welcome Shamli ma'am.
Thank you Devanshu sir. So students, sir ने आपको बता ही दिया है कि how we are going to conduct this session. So starting के questions होंगे from your ARD current affair ARD reports, and then after that Devanshu sir will be taking the session. Okay, so good evening everyone. I hope the voice is clear, right? Just give us thumbs up that everything is fine. There is no technical error, or there is no issue in voice or the screen visibility. Just let us know.
Good evening Aditya, okay. Padmini, Niranjan, Ankita. So many people have joined the session. So ma'am, all over to you now.
Thank you Devanshu sir. So let's start the session. So students, first of all, a very good evening to all. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Actually, there was some technical issue, so उसके वजह से थोड़ा delay हुआ. So let me wear this mic. Okay. So I can see many of you have joined here, and few of the names I can recall. You all were present in my ARD report session or current affairs session whenever I took this session. So today this was the marathon session, right? So I have tried to bring up few important 50+ questions of your ARD reports. Clear? Okay, thank you everyone. Chalo, let's start with the very first question. Okay, now try to analyze that how much you have prepared. Okay, I have come up with the questions of each and every report. So be it your NABARD report, be it your from statistics, be it your ministry report or from census. So try to answer and try to participate and try to analyze that how much you have covered this. So first question is, as per the agriculture census 2015-16, what is the average size of operational holding in India? So guys, what is the operational holding? Basically, it is the all farm holding. It is all holding that comes under one farmer is operational holding. Okay? If a farmer has a farm in which he is doing crop production, he is doing farm management, he is doing livestock rearing as well as poultry. So all that area comprises one operational holding, and this is the technical unit also for the survey of agriculture census. And according to this, as I can see, many of you have given the right answer. That is option B, which is 1.08 hectare. Okay, so आपका जो agriculture census के according average size of operational holding that we have in India is 1.08 hectare. Very important. Okay, so I hope this question is clear. If there is any doubt, you can just ask. Okay, you can just comment your doubt as we are proceeding the session. Next question is, as per your agriculture census. Again, the question from the agriculture census. Okay, you have to tell me maximum number of operational land holding in India is. Okay, what kind of maximum number of operational land holding we have in India? So you have given your options. So there is option given to you. What will be the right answer? Okay, very good. I can see each one of you is giving right answers for this question. That means you have prepared your ARD reports very well. Okay? Okay, very good. So right answer for this is marginal. Okay? Option A is the correct answer. Just remember, marginal, we have more number of marginal land holding in India. Okay? If I talk about the size of these lands, so marginal is basically less than 1 hectare. Okay? 1 to 2 hectare is your small land holding. If we talk about semi-medium, it is 2 to 4 hectare. Okay, from 4 to 10 hectare is the area of medium land holding, and more than 10 hectare is large land holding. Clear? I hope all these are clear, and these are also very important. Okay, you should know, because direct question has been asked from this, that what is the size area of marginal land holding or small land holding, and so and so. Okay, so in India basically we have marginal land holders, means we have marginal land holding which is less than 1 hectare. We know in India we have more number of small farmers or marginal farmer, you can say, and they have the land area of less than 1 hectare. Clear? I hope now this is clear. Let's move on to the third question, that is, as per agriculture census, what is the average size of marginal land holding in India? Okay, we know that, we came to know from the previous question that maximum number of land holding, maximum type of land holding that we have is marginal. But what is the average size of this land holding in India? Okay, so there are options given. So what will be the right answer for this question? Okay, very good everyone. So very good. So those who have given option E or 0.38 as the answer, so that is absolutely correct. Okay, very good. Just remember that maximum type of land holding we have is marginal, and average marginal holding that we have is 0.38. Now see, marginal land holding means less than 1 hectare, right? So average kitna hoga? It will be also less than 1 hectare, that is 0.38 hectare. Okay? If in exam this questions come and there are any option which is more than 1 hectare, you can just eliminate that option. Okay? Because thoda sa common sense that marginal land means less than 1 hectare, so average will be also less than 1 hectare. ठीक है? So if in exam questions come, so more than 1 hectare के लिए तो आप eliminate कर देना, because average more than 1 हो ही नहीं सकता. ठीक है? So that was third question. Let's move on to the fourth. Very important question, that along with your agriculture census, which census is also being carried out by your दिस मिनिस्ट्री. ठीक है, जब आपका एग्रीकल्चर सेंसस होता है, एक और सर्वे उसके साथ किया जाता है फॉर कलेक्टिंग इंफॉर्मेशन ऑन द वेरियस यूज ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर, मैन्योर, एग्रीकल्चर क्रेडिट, implements, machinery, seeds, livestock. So what is the name of that survey? ठीक है, so along with your agriculture census, we have one more survey that runs along with the agriculture census, which collects all the information regarding your inputs. What are the different inputs of agriculture? Be it your fertilizer, be it your manure, be it your agriculture credit implements, or be it your machinery, livestock. Very good, very good. I can see all of you have given the right answer, and that is absolutely correct, which is input survey. ठीक है, so right answer will be input survey. Just have this thing in your mind that along with the agriculture census, we also do input survey. Clear? Okay, so let's move ahead. Which of the following international organization conduct World Agriculture Census? Now, another very important thing. In India, we know that Ministry of Agriculture conduct agriculture census, but we also have World Agriculture Census, in which all the countries are assessed, all the agriculture, all the agriculture status of different countries are assessed. Very good. So for this also, I can see every one of you have given the right answer. ठीक है, very good. And after how many this census is being conducted? Okay, this World Agriculture Census is being conducted after 10 years. Very good. So right answer here is option C, that is Food and Agriculture Organization, that is FAO. Guys, just remember FAO is responsible for the World Agriculture Census, and this organization conduct this agriculture census all over the world after 10 years. ठीक है, in India we have this agriculture census after every 5 years. Clear? So these are the few important things. These are the general knowledge thing कि आपको पता होना चाहिए regarding agriculture census or world census. Next we have is, as per agriculture census, percentage of female operational land holder increased from. ठीक है, very important. ठीक है, whenever there is a data regarding females or any social group like your SC, ST, that is very important, because NABARD is working for empowerment of these social groups, right? So here the question says that female operational land holder increased from 12.76% to dash in 15-16. So 15-16, अब now some of you will ask me that ma'am हम 15-16 का क्यों याद करें? Guys, because that is the latest one for you now. ठीक है, if in exam question will come, so that will come from your 15-16 only. Very good. I can see right answer. So it is option A, that is 13.96%. Very good. Every one of you are giving the right answer. That means you have prepared ARD reports. Very good. Well done, everyone. Chalo. Next question here is, now we have completed census. Now we'll move on to the questions of handloom census. So here is the question of handloom census, and this question was asked in NABARD grade. Okay, this is the previous year question. So it is asking, as per the 4th India Handloom Census, what is the total number of households in India that are engaged in handloom activities? Okay, be it your weaving activities, be it your allied activities in terms of lakh, what is the total number of households that are involved in this particular activity? So what will be the right answer? Okay, so very good. Swati, Ria, Aditya, Vipin. Very good. So guys, you are giving the right answer. That is option B. That is 31.45 lakhs. Guys, just remember that handloom census is also very important for exam, because many questions has been asked from this census as well. Okay? Just remember that total household that are engaged in your handloom activities according to your handloom census of 2020 is 31.45 lakhs. Clear? I hope this is clear now, right? If there is any doubt, just let me know. Now, it includes all your weaving as well as allied activities. Weaving means weaving of loom, weaving of fabric. So, all the post-pre activities of loom, including the loom activity, all those households that are involved in these things are in total 31.45 lakhs. Clear? Chal. Let's move on to the next, which is, what percentage of total handloom weavers are female? Very important. Okay? Okay, so very important. So guys, I'll request you regarding what is the level of question in the examination, or what kind of regarding any type of thing apart from the content. I'll take the query at last. Okay, that will disturb the flow of the class. For now, just excuse me. I'll just take this query at the last. Okay, for now I'll ask you to focus on these questions, and after finishing all the question, I'll take your queries. Don't worry. Okay, very good. So I can see all of you are giving the right answer. So here it is 72%. Okay, very good. So percentage of female out of your total handloom weavers are your 72%. Clear? I think yes. I think all of you have given the right answer for this question. That is 72%. Okay. Next question here is, which is one of the very important questions from your handloom census again, that what is the average number of person days engagement? Okay, a person days engagement in weaving activity in past 1 year. So whenever we have any activity, whenever we have any program where people are involved, when people are involved in any kind of activity, there we calculate person days engagement. Okay, you can consider this as a unit of how many days how many days a person is engaged in that particular activity. So for handloom activity also, this was calculated in the census, and I can see very good. Okay, very good. So all of you are giving the right answer. That is option D, which is 208 days. Okay, 208 days in a year people are engaged in this handloom activities as per your handloom census 2020. Clear? Chalo. Next is, according to your 4th handloom census, you have to tell me what is the percentage of worker earning between 5,000 to 10,000 a month. Okay, so here the earning of people were also calculated. Okay, ki what is the earning of people who are doing this handloom activities, and now you have to tell me ki what percentage of worker in this, according to the census, earn between your 5,000 to 10,000 a month. Okay, so earlier, as per the earlier census, this percentage was very less, and more people were earning below 5,000. But as per this census, this percentage increased. Okay, to what percentage can you tell me? Okay, I can see right answers. I can see many of you have given the answer, and that is option A, which is 26.3%. Very good, very good. So it has increased 26.3% out of total worker earned between your 5,000 to 10,000 rupees per month. Very good. Next question says, according to 4th All India Handloom Census, how many handloom weaver in rural areas are self-employed? Okay, so you have to tell me as per the census also provide the data of people in rural areas who are involved in these activities and are self-employed. Okay, so just quickly give me the answer of this question. Okay, very good. So almost all of you have given the right answer, that is 82%. Okay guys, just remember that 82% of your rural area handloom weavers are self-employed. Clear? Chalo, next is, now you have to tell me out of the total weaver who were enumerated, how many have bank accounts? Okay, as per the census, out of total workers that are involved in this activity, how many percent have the bank accounts? Very important. So what will be the answer? Okay, so very good. Answer here is option A. Okay, those who have given 23.3% or option A as an answer, very good. So this much, only 23.3% of rural workers which are involved in these handloom activities, they have their bank accounts. Clear? Chalo, now I hope this is also clear. Now you have to tell me, as per the livestock census, total indigenous cattle population has declined by what percentage over previous year? Okay? Now another census, that is livestock census. So you have to tell me what percentage of total indigenous cattle population has declined by what percentage? So we have seen this in livestock census that the percentage of indigenous cattle has declined, because now we are more promoting, or we are more focused on improved breeds or improved exotic cattle, because they have more production as compared to the indigenous cattle. So that is the reason of this decline. And I can see answers. So here answer is 6%. Okay, it has declined by 6%. Chalo. Very good. Those who have given 6% or option B as an answer, very good. Now next question is, which of the following is total milch population in the country? Okay, milch population means all those animals which are giving milk. Okay, be they are in their milking stage or dry stage. So from here I would like to tell you a word, that is lactation period. Lactation period is basically that period of lifespan of a cattle where it is giving milk. Okay, so before calving, before parturition, there are few months that the cattle do not yield any milk. Okay, the cattle do not yield any milk, and that period is known as dry period. Now as per livestock census, you have to tell me ki the total milch animal, both they are in, whether they are in milking stage or they are in dry phase, what is the population? Okay, so guys, answer here is option B, that is 125.34 million. Okay, very good. Those who have given option B as a right answer, that is 125.34 millions, that is correct. Chalo. Next we have is, which of the following is total goat population in the country? Okay, I have already told you, you have to know about. Okay, Deepika, say dry lactation. There is no dry lactation. There is no term like dry lactation period. There is two things. Okay, one is milking or lactation period. Sorry for the handwriting. Okay, just understand milking or lactation period or dry period. Okay, so basically in lactation period is that phase of the cattle where it is giving milk. Okay, so for example, if there is an animal and it gives milk for, it is, if there is a cattle and it is pregnant. Okay, if the cattle is pregnant, so after for example 10 months it is going to give birth to the calf. So what happened before some month, after 7 months it will stop giving milk. So now this is dry period, when it stop giving milk. So that is the dry period, until the month when it is, till all the months that is in which this cattle is giving milk, that is known as lactation period. Okay, lactation period matlab when this cattle is giving milk. Dry period means the period when the cattle do not yield any milk. Okay, so that's the meaning here. And answer for this question again, okay, I was in the question that you have to tell me regarding the goat population. Okay, so guys, answer here is option D. Okay, those who have given option D as an answer, Very good, they are correct. That is 148.88 million. ठीक है? Okay, parturition period. See, you should have the idea. These are the terminology used for livestock. These are terminology used in animal husbandry. ठीक है? So that is known as a parturition period is also known as gestation period. ठीक है? Gestation period मतलब the total pregnancy period of a cattle. ठीक है? And they are important terminology. You should have the idea. Okay, so let's move ahead. That is according to 20th, next question says, according to 20th livestock census, total poultry in the country is dash in 2019. Now your livestock census also include your पोल्ट्री पॉपुलेशन. ठीक है, आपके जो लाइवस्टॉक सेंसस है वहां पे पोल्ट्री पॉपुलेशन भी दिया गया है, बी इट योर कमर्शियल पोल्ट्री, बी इट योर बैकयार्ड पोल्ट्री. नाउ यू हैव टू टेल मी, just tell me that what is the total population of poultry which was given in livestock census. Any one of you? Okay, very good. I can see already if you have given the right answers. So option C is the right answer here. That is 851.81 million. Very good. So guys, that means you have covered this. Okay. Very good. So it is 851.81 million. Chalo. Let's move on to the next question, which says, as per this census, you have to tell me which state has shown highest percentage increase in livestock population. Okay, now according to this census, you have to tell me ki which state has shown increase in livestock population. Aditi, am I not audible properly? Okay, so Aditi, is voice is fine or there is some issue? Is this issue with everyone or just with Aditi? Okay, volume is low. Okay, so just give me a minute. Is it fine or the volume is low? Just give me a minute. I'll just ask technical team. They'll see and then we'll resume class. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, so guys, now tell me, is the voice fine? The volume is fine? Let's start, or is there any issue? So now is the voice perfect? Just let me know quickly. Okay, thank you everyone. Chalo, ab voice clear hai. Let's move ahead. So here the question was that you have to tell me that which state shows highest increase in population, livestock population as per your livestock census. And answer for this question is ऑप्शन ए वेस्ट बंगाल. ठीक है, जो सबसे ज्यादा इंक्रीज हुआ था लाइवस्टॉक पॉपुलेशन में एज पर दिस सेंसस वाज West Bengal. Okay, so all those who are giving UP as an answer, so guys, UP is the state having the highest cattle population all over the India, but I am talking about the change, increase. I am talking about the percentage increase. So that was observed in West Bengal. Next question says, which of the following state livestock population has declined over previous year? Now you have to tell me in which livestock population has declined over previous year. So what will be the answer? Just quickly give me the answer. Okay. Okay. So for this, I'll just give you the answer, that is option D. So guys, see, though UP has the highest number of livestock population in country, but still it shows the negative growth. Okay, it has declined over the previous year. In your UP, Gujarat and Rajasthan, these three were the state where there was negative growth of livestock population observed as per this census. Clear? Chalo. Let's move on to the next, which is from 14 to 21, the annual growth percentage of spice sector in India is about dash % according to spice statistic at a glance. What will be the answer of this question? So we have covered the spice statistic as well, and spice statistic is a report which is compiling all the data, all the statistic regarding all the spices that we consume. Okay, so what will be the answer of this question? You have to tell me the annual growth percentage of spices in our country as per this statistic. So very good guys, it is option D, 7.9. ठीक है, I can see you have given right answer, most of you, that is 7.9. Just remember this, the annual growth percentage of spice sector in our country is 7.9 as per this statistic, that is spice statistic at a glance 2021. Chalo, next question for you is, according to spice statistic at a glance book, the growth rate of spice export has increased from this turn to this turn between 2014 to 2021. ठीक है? So within these 7 years, what is the growth rate? So what was the growth? What was the production of spices? Sorry, so export of spices during 2014, and how much it has increased, or what is the export during 2021? So what will be the answer of this question? Just quickly give me the answer. Okay, very good, very good. So right answer here is option C. ठीक है, very good. I can see few of you are just writing the whole figure, that it is from this person, this to this. That means you have memorized all the digits very carefully. So it is from 8.94 lakh ton to 16 lakh ton, almost doubled. ठीक है, just remember it has almost doubled, and remember that your spice export has reached 16 tons as per this statistic. ठीक है, just remember, if you can't remember this data, just remember it has reached 16 lakh ton as per this statistic in 2021. Clear? Chalo, next is, India is the world largest producer, consumer and exporter of spices. Now you have to tell me the spice sector of India contribute dash percentage of export in the world trade market. So what is our contribution, what is our percentage contribution of spices in world trade market? So what will be the answer of this question? Okay, very good. Okay, very good. I can see Yukta, Rachna, Aditya, Niranjan. Okay, so you are giving so the speed of answer is so fast that I cannot read the name even properly. So guys, ठीक है, very good. On all of you have given the right answer. I can see each one of you have given the right answer, that is 41. Option D, or 41%. ठीक है, very important guys. See, this year from January till June, the Spice Board was in the news, and all the news regarding spices were so frequent in the news. So that means it is important. ठीक है. So according to this report, so our spices contribute 41% to the world trade market. ठीक है, our spices contribute 41%, which is a huge amount, है ना? That is why we are world largest producer, consumer and exporter of spices, and this is also very important to be learned. Clear? Chalo, next question says, according to spice statistic at a glance, you have to tell me the spice accounts. You have to identify that spice which account 38% of the quantity of spices exported and 31% of the total foreign exchange. Means it is asking 38 and 31% is a huge amount, right? So it is asking that which spices is, which among the following is highly exported spices. So what will be the answer? Very easy question. I have already covered this. ठीक है. Very good, very good. I can see maximum of you have given the right answer, that is option B. Yes, very good, Yukta. So chili is the highest exported spices in terms of value as well as in terms of volume. ठीक है, just remember this, your chili spice, chili क्या spices are right, and it is the highly exported spices in terms of value as well as volume. So that was it for this question. Let's move ahead. Now you have to tell me the area production of spices in India has increased to dash. ठीक है, this is also very important because sometime questions regarding area is also asked in exam. ठीक है, so you should know. Okay, so you should know that what is the area under spices in India. So what will be the answer? Just quickly give me the answer of this question. Okay, so guys, answer here is option B. Very good. That is 45.28 lakh hectares. ठीक है, So answer here is 45.28 lakh hectares. Very good. So just remember the area of under spices that we have in India is 45.28 lakh hectare. Clear? Chalo. Let's move on to the next question. So you have to tell me Northeast Center of Technology Application and Reach, that is Nectar. They have identified few locations under your saffron bowl project. So what are these locations for production of saffron that has been identified under this project? Okay. Very good. Very good, Yukta, Niranjan. So yes, you guys are giving the right answer. That is option A, which is Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya. Just remember this. This Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya, there has been identified. These two location has been identified for the production of spices under this project, that is Saffron Bowl project. Chalo. Next we have is, as per recently released animal husbandry statistic, you have to tell me total milk production. Okay. So I think this is the one report. I think आपको सबको याद हो गया होगा इसका data, because in very good manner I have covered this report. So just quickly tell me, okay? इसमें कोई late नहीं होना चाहिए. I want everyone of you to answer correctly, ठीक है? Because I have covered this report. Okay. And किसी को भी आंसर गलत नहीं करना है, ठीक है? I can see very good. So guys, you all have given the right answer. That is option A. So we are producing, as per this statistic, the production of milk in our country is 221.06 million tons. Clear? So guys, very important again, this statistic, okay? This statistic shows the data regarding your meat, milk, egg and wool production. So for milk, just remember we are leading. Okay? We are leading in milk production and our production is 221.06 million ton. Next question says, according to basic animal husbandry statistic, what is the per capita availability of milk in India? Very easy. Within a second, I want everyone to answer this question, because ये तो आपको रट गया होगा अभी तक, ठीक है? So, okay, very good, very good. So right answer here is option C, which is 444 grams. ठीक है? This is 444 grams per day. ठीक है? Per capita availability per day. ठीक है? So how much amount of milk that we have for per individual per day? So that is per capita availability, and for milk it is 444 grams per day. ठीक है? Very good. So chalo, let's move ahead. As per recently released basic animal husbandry statistic, what is the total egg production in country? Okay, now we have discussed regarding the total egg production as well under this statistic. So what is total egg production in country? Quickly just give me the answer of this question. Very good, very good. Every one of you are giving the right answer. That is option B, which is 129.60 billion numbers. Okay. Now can you tell me the per capita availability of egg per annum? What is the per capita availability of egg per annum? So guys, just quickly tell me per capita availability of egg per annum. Very good. That is 95 eggs. ठीक है? 95 eggs per annum. Chalo, very good. Next question says, which of the following state is the top producer of egg? Very easy again. You have to tell me which state is leading in egg production. Again, a very easy question. Okay. Very good. Very good, Yukta, Virat, Rohit, and everyone. Kaushar, Neha, Shalini, Mohit. ठीक है? Very good. So right answer here is option D. ठीक है? That is Andhra Pradesh. Just remember that Andhra Pradesh is leading in egg production. ठीक है? Next question says that you have to tell me what is the per capita availability of meat per annum as per this statistic. Per capita availability of meat per annum. Just quickly answer this question. Okay, so right answer here is option A. Very good. Those who have given option A or 6.82 as an answer, that is correct. ठीक है, that is correct. So we have 6.82 kg meat per annum availability of this product, that is meat. ठीक है, चलो. Next we have is, according to basic animal husbandry statistic, you have to tell me which of the following state have reported zero wool production. Now see guys, there were few states where there was a report of zero wool production, and that was due to non-availability of wool producing breed and shifting to the meat production based cultivation. ठीक है, we have discussed this also, and this was the reason why the production of your wool declined over your previous year. ठीक है, so there was a decline in wool production over previous year because few states they have shown zero wool production. And what are the name? Very good, every one of you are giving the right answer. That is 1 and 2, which is Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. ठीक है, okay, very good. Next question says that you have to tell me, as per the Directorate of Economics and Statistics, Ministry of Agriculture Farmers Welfare Report, that is agriculture statistic at a glance, you have to tell me in India which state has highest percentage of area under food grain cultivation. State having highest area under food grain cultivation. So what will be the answer of this question? Very easy question, very easy question. ठीक है, okay, very good, very good. Every one of you are giving the right answer. That is Uttar Pradesh. ठीक है, very good. So Uttar Pradesh is having highest percentage of area under cultivation in terms of food grain. ठीक है, चलो, let's move on to the next question. That is, you have to tell me, as per your agriculture statistic at a glance, which state has the highest total oil seed production. Now you have been asked the state having highest टोटल ऑयल सीड प्रोडक्शन. ठीक है, किस स्टेट में ऑयल सीड प्रोडक्शन सबसे ज्यादा है? सो व्हाट विल बी द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन? सो गाइस, व्हाट विल बी द आंसर? Okay, very good. That is option D, Rajasthan. Just remember Rajasthan. Now you have to tell me which state is leading in milk production. ठीक है, which state is leading in milk production? Very easy question. Which state is leading in your milk production? Which state is leading in your wool production? Again, oil seed production. So that is same, which is Rajasthan. ठीक है, just remember that Rajasthan is the state which is leading in your total oil seed production, then your milk production and your wool production. ठीक है, so जस्ट ट्राई टू रिमेंबर लाइकवाइज कि एक स्टेट से वो स्टेट किस चीज में लीड कर रहा है, किस किस कोमोडिटी, एग्रीकल्चर कोमोडिटी में लीड कर रहा है. ट्राई टू रिमेंबर लाइक दिस. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. एंड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू मीट, इफ वी टॉक, सो महाराष्ट्र इज लीडिंग इन मीट प्रोडक्शन. वेरी गुड. Next question, you have to tell me, very important question again. As per this statistic at a glance, which state has the highest cover area under micro irrigation? ठीक है, कौन सी स्टेट में सबसे ज्यादा एरिया है अंडर माइक्रो इरिगेशन? माइक्रो इरिगेशन इज योर ड्रिप इरिगेशन, योर स्प्रिंकलर इरिगेशन. ठीक है, वेयर द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ इरिगेशन इज जस्ट एप्लीकेशन ऑफ वाटर इज गिवन नियर द रूट जोन. So with the help of drip, with the help of sprinkler, we give this irrigation. Now you have to tell me which state has highest area under this micro irrigation. Very good, very good. Option E, that is Karnataka. ठीक है, as per your agri statistic at a glance, Karnataka is leading state having a highest area under micro irrigation. Very good, everyone. Next question is, as per FAO stat, that is FAO statistic based on the data of 2022, India stand number 1 in the production of which of the following crop? Now again, very important question. You have to tell me, as per this FAO stat, we are leading in which, in production of which agriculture commodity? ठीक है, I can see all of you are giving the right answer. Tushar, I think Tamal, D is not the right answer. ठीक है, D is not the right answer. So guys, those who are giving C or D answer, that is not correct. So answer here is pulses. ठीक है, just remember that India is leading in pulse production. If in terms of cereals, in terms of total cereals, we are ranking 3rd all over the world. ठीक है, if we talk about rice and wheat, ठीक है, rice और wheat में अगर आपको लगता है कि we are leading, no, we are not leading, we are second in number. ठीक है, we are second in number in rice and wheat production. In cereals, total cereals, we are 3rd, but in terms of total pulses, we are leading. ठीक है, we are 1st in number. Clear? Is that clear? So in terms of milk, I have already told you that we are leading. And in terms of egg production, ठीक है, if this question comes, so in terms of egg production, we are again in second number. ठीक है, in sugarcane also we are second. Very good, Swati. So so sugarcane also we are second. So in terms of livestock, अगर हम livestock की बात करें तो total cattle के terms में we are second. ठीक है, again. But buffalo, in terms of buffalo, we are first in number. Okay, total buffalo population is highest in our country. In terms of cattle population, we are second. In terms of egg, we are second or third, I think. Okay, just confirm this. I think we are third in terms of eggs. Okay, guys, just confirm this data. I'm confused. It is second or third. Okay, we are second or third in terms of egg production as per this FAO stat. Okay, so these are the additional information for you. Just remember, rice and wheat में we are not ranking first. ठीक है, just remember rice और wheat production में हम first नहीं है. We are ranking first in terms of pulses production. Clear? So that was the thing. ठीक है. Next is, as per agriculture statistic at a glance, the consumption of major fertilizer, that is NPK, was dash in this 2021-22. Another very important thing, that how much fertilizer we are consuming. ठीक है, how much fertilizer we are consuming. You have to tell me that कि as per this agriculture statistic that was released, कि what is the consumption rate of fertilizer in our country kg per hectare. Now just quickly give me the answer of this question. So what will be the answer of this question? Okay, guys, right answer here is option C, that is 297.96 kg per hectare. Clear? Okay. Chalo. Next question here is, as per recently released state-wise, item-wise value of output from agriculture, forestry and fishing, what is the total arable land? ठीक है, total arable land in India. So what is the total arable land? Arable land means cultivable land that can be cultivated, that can be used for crop production or other kind of production. ठीक है, so what is the rank? Sorry, what is the area of arable land in India? Okay, I can see answers coming. So very good, guys. Option A, that is 156.07 million hectare. ठीक है? So according to this report, that is state-wise and item-wise report of value output. So basically in this report, it was assessed that how much value we are getting from each agriculture commodity. So according to that, we have 156.07 million hectare arable land. Arable land means that land can be cultivated for agriculture production. Chalo. Next question say, as per your annual report of animal husbandry and dairying, India contribute dash to the world total milk production. Very important. You should know what is our contribution to the total world milk production, as we are leading in milk production. So what will be the answer of this question? Quickly give me the answer. I have already covered this question in your current affairs series. Okay, so very good. I can see all of you are giving the right answers. So 23, Pooja, 23% is not the right answer. It is 24. Okay, just correct yourself. It is 24. See, 23 is not even in the option. So it is 24%. So our contribution is 24%. Chalo, let's move ahead. Rashtra Gokul mission was mentioned in this report, that is annual report of animal husbandry and dairying. Due to implementation of this mission, you have to tell me productivity of buffalo has increased from 1792 kg per animal in year 13-14 to dash per animal in year 21-22. Very important. Now this mission was launched for the improvement of breeds, okay, for the improvement of the breeds that we have for milk production, and you have to tell me with this how much target we have achieved. Okay, how much milk was increased due to implementation of this mission. Okay, a very good answer here is option C, that is 2022.1 kg. Okay, those who have given option C or 2022.1 kg answer, very good, well done, that is correct. Next question says International Market Analysis Research and Consultant Group. Very important. Okay, this is also very important data. You have to tell me, as per this report, dairy market is expected to reach a market size of about 30.84 lakh crore by which of the following year. Now here the target year was given, that according to this report, according to their research, that we are targeting, we are expected to grow, our dairy market is expected to grow rupees 30.84 lakh crore by which year? By which year? Okay? Just quickly give me the answer of this question. Okay, guys, right answer for this question is option D, that is 2027, not 2025, it is 2027. Just correct yourself, it is not 2025, it is 2027. Okay, this target year is 2027. ठीक है, I can see many of you have this confusion, so it is 2027. Clear? Chalo, let's move ahead. What is India's growth in gross domestic product, the GDP in financial 2023 according to NABARD annual report? Okay, now according to NABARD annual report, what is the GDP of India? You have to tell me. Very easy question again. Okay, so what will be the answer here? Okay, very good. Option C is the correct answer, that is 7.2%. ठीक है, very good guys. So according to this report we have 7.2% GDP of India. ठीक है, next question is, according to NABARD annual report, you have to tell me what is the compound annual growth rate during 5-year period ending financial year 2023. This is asking for the agriculture. ठीक है, what is the compound annual growth rate of agriculture sector? ठीक है, very important again. Just quickly tell me what is the answer here. What will be the answer here? Okay, very good. Rachna, Kaushar, Ishita, Yukta, Rosa, they are giving the right answer, and that is option E, which is 4%. Okay, just remember that CAGR, that is compound annual growth rate, as per your NABARD annual report for agriculture sector is 4%. Okay, it is 4%. Chalo, let's move ahead. According to NABARD annual report, as on 31st March 2023, NABARD sanctioned a grant of rupees 37.9 crore to promote for the promotion and development of dash OFPOs. ठीक है, OFPOs are basically off farm producer organization. Now how many OFPOs will be developed under this grant? Okay, very good. Every one of you are giving the right answer. That is option C, which is 72. ठीक है, so 72 OFPOs will be established under this amount that has been sanctioned by NABARD. Next question for you is, as per this NABARD annual report, you have to tell me Government of India has allocated what amount for Rural Infrastructure Development Fund in financial year 2023. ठीक है, what is the amount that has been that has been sanctioned by Government of India for RIDF, that is your Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. So what will be the answer here? Just quickly give me. Okay, very good, very good. So guys, I can see most of you are giving the right answer, that is 40,000. Okay, it is 40,000 crore. Okay, that this is the approximate value. Actual value is 39 point something, but just remember this, that 40,000 crore. Remember this approx value, that 40,000 crore money rupees has been granted for Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. ठीक है, next question says, you have to tell me, according to NABARD annual report 2022-23, under long term irrigation fund, NABARD borrowed dash rupees dash crore as NABARD service bond during financial year of 2023. ठीक है, what will be the answer of this question? Okay, so I can see. So guys, what will be the answer here? Okay, so right answer here is option E. Not option E, sorry. It will not be the answer here. I think it is 2000. Okay guys, it is 2000. I'll just comment down the right answer of this question. Okay, whether it is 2000 or 3000, as per my knowledge, it has been wrongly put here. So I'll just comment down the answer of this question. Okay, so it is either 2000 or 3000 for your long term irrigation fund. Just after this session I'll comment this answer in the comment box. I'll pin it, you can just check it from there. Okay, I'm not sure, so for now just leave this question. Next question says, for the Jiva project. Okay, now Jiva is a program that is launched by NABARD. So Jiva is an agroecological transformation program that was launched to pioneer and scale up the agroecology as a strategic and transformational approach in watershed and Wadi project. Then it is designed according to the framework of FAO of United Nations, and during financial year 2023-25 Jiva project has been sanctioned across 11 states. Now you have to tell me which of the following is not correct. Which of the following is not correct? Okay, so guys, this is very important. This was mentioned in the NABARD annual report. Just remember that this program has been developed for assessing the agroclimatic condition of condition of a region, so that policies can be made accordingly. Okay, and this was developed under the framework of your FAO of United Nations, and again there are 25 Jiva projects that has been sanctioned across 11 states. So answer is option E, that is none of them are incorrect. Okay, है, all of these statements are correct for your जीवा program. Clear? Is that clear? चलो, very good. Next question is, according to recently released Agriculture Ministry annual report, you have to tell me total workforce that is engaged in agriculture. Now, another very important question, guys. You have to know that what is the total workforce that is engaged in agriculture activity, and this data was given in this Agriculture Ministry report. So, what will be the answer of this question? Okay, so right answer here is option B. ठीक है, option B, that is 54.6. ठीक है guys, just remember 54.6, you know, it's 54.6% are total are involved in this agriculture and allied activities. Next question is, according to recently released Agriculture Ministry report, you have to tell me what is the target amount fixed by government for agriculture credit for the year 2022-23. ठीक है, so कितना target amount fix किया था government ने for agriculture for the financial year 2022-23. ठीक है, इसका आंसर क्या होगा? So what will be the answer of this question? Just quickly tell me. Okay. So right answer here is option D. ठीक है? So I can see option D, you have given the right answer, that is 18,50,000 crore. Guys, just remember this. ठीक है? This is the, you know, budget that has been allocated for agriculture development. Then you have to tell me what is the total budget outlay to the Department of Rural Development for the financial year 2023-24. ठीक है? अब rural development के लिए कितना budget दिया गया था during your financial year 2023-24? So what will be the answer? Okay. ठीक है. So guys, right answer for this question, option D. I can see few of Swati, Richi, Padmani, Swarnima, Mayank. These guys have given the right answer. Okay, so that is your 1,59,964.23 crores. Clear? So I think ठीक है, so that's clear. Let's move ahead. Now you have to tell me, as per Ministry of Rural Development, you have to tell me as on December 31st, 2022, how many crore household have been employed under Manrega. Very important question, guys. This is very important because Manrega is very important scheme for you, and the data for employment under this scheme was provided in Ministry of Rural Development. ठीक है? Now you have to tell me how many household has been provided employment under their Manrega. ठीक है? कितने करोड़ household को employment मिला था? So right answer here is option C. ठीक है? That is 5.58 crore household receive employment under your scheme Manrega. Next question says, according to annual report of Ministry of Rural Development, ठीक है? You have to tell me how many crore. Okay, so this question has been repeated. So it is 5.454 again. ठीक है? I'm so sorry for this. चलो, next question says, as per the key statistic of cooperative bank short-term cooperative credit structure report, ठीक है? Which of the following statement are correct? So first is, as of 31st March 2022, the STCCS has had 34 STCB, that is state cooperative banks, with 2,089 branches. ठीक है? Then we have 351 district credit cooperative banks, ठीक है, with 13,670 branches, and we have this much number of packs spread across 34 state and UTs. ठीक है? Okay, so then next says, of the 34 state STCB, 20 are listed in the second schedule of RBI as scheduled state cooperative banks, and then STCB operate in 2-tier, 3-tier mixed tiers structure. So do any one of you know the answer of this question? And this is from the key statistic of cooperative bank report that is being released by NABARD. ठीक है? So guys, what will be the answer of this question? You have to tell me which of the following is correct one. ठीक है? You have to tell me the correct statement. Okay, so guys, right answer here is option D. ठीक है, all of them are correct. ठीक है, you have to tell me the correct, not incorrect one. ठीक है, so these all statements are true as per your key statistic cooperative bank report that was released by NABARD. ठीक है, next question says which of the following statement is correct regarding the balance sheet of state cooperative banks as per your recently released key statistic cooperative bank report. First is its investment, which account for 33.8% of the total asset of STCBs, grow by 9% during the financial year 2021-22 and stood at 1.41 lakh crore on March 2022, and consolidated net profit increased by 63.2%. Then consolidated gross NPA, that is non-performing asset of STCB, has declined by 6.7% to 6% on March 2022. So what will be the answer here? So guys, what will be the answer of this question? So, okay. So guys, right answer again here is all of the above. ठीक है? Again, all these statements are true as per this key statistic NABARD of Cooperative Bank NABARD report. Next question, very important. According to microfinance report, how many rural household have been covered under self-help group bank linkage program in financial year 22-23? ठीक है? So कितने rural self-help groups, how many rural household has been linked with this self-help group bank linked program? So what will be the answer here? Any one of you, if you know the answer. ठीक है guys, right answer is option A. ठीक है, 16.19 crore household. ठीक है, just remember it is 16.19 crore household. Next question says, according to microfinance report, which of the following state has maximum SHG? Very important. ठीक है, at least remember this. ठीक है, you can't skip this. At least remember it here and only that कि यहीं पे याद कर लो कि किस स्टेट में maximum SHG है. So any guesses? Any one of you? Okay guys, right answer here is option C. ठीक है, Maharashtra. Very good. I can see few of you have given the right answer, option C or Maharashtra. So that is absolutely correct. Not Andhra Pradesh, it is Maharashtra. Okay Shita, so it is Maharashtra. Clear? Chalo. Next question, as per microfinance report, you have to tell me which the following bank has the maximum share of 52% in terms of self-help groups saving with banks. ठीक है, what will be the answer of this question? What will be the answer of this question? You have to tell me कि which of the following banks have maximum share of, that is 52% share of self-help groups savings. Self-help groups की savings जो है उसका 52% किस बैंक में है? Okay. So very good, those who are giving option B as a right answer. So it is commercial bank. So for commercial bank it is 58%, ठीक है, followed by RRB which is 30%, and then cooperative bank which is 12%. Clear? So this is regarding this question. So I hope this is clear, right? Okay, so let's move ahead with the next question. Very important again, question from MSP. Question from MSP, just tell me what is the MSP of groundnut for the season 2023-24. So MSP of groundnut, guys, I have already told you to cover the MSP, and anything can be asked, from MSP of any crop can be asked to you. Just tell me. Okay, I can see some of you are giving the right answer. Okay, very good. Not some of you, almost all of you have given the right answer. That's option A, which is 6377. Okay, so this is the MSP of groundnut. Again, I'm repeating, try to learn MSP of each and every crop that is given in the PIB. ठीक है, चलो next question is, what is the record production of nutri or core cereal? Again, see, nutri cereals are very important for this year because this is International Millet Year. So you have to tell me what is the record production of this nutri cereal as per your third advance estimate. Now question from your third advance estimate. Again, advance estimates are again important, be it your second advance estimate, be it your third advance estimate. So if any one of you have done this question and done this data, so what will be the answer here? Okay, very good. So answer here is option E. ठीक है? Those who have given option E or 547.48 lakh ton. So that is the record production of Nutri-Core cereal as per your third advance estimate. Clear? So guys, that was all from my side. So I have tried to cover each and every ARD report. So is there any doubt? So if you guys have any doubt, I'll wait for the 2 to 3 minutes till then I'll ask, then after that I'll ask Devanshu sir to take over the class. So is there any doubt or you want to continue with Devanshu sir? So guys, is there any doubt regarding that question? I'll update the answer in the okay, Virat, I think you have some confusion. Just comment down this query. I'll answer it there. Okay? Just comment down this query. I'll cross check the data and then I'll get back to you. See, Vabi Sabi, I've already covered MSP ki. I have already taken session on MSP. So you can take help of that session. This is a marathon session. Okay, we can't cover them in detail. Okay, so Andima, for ARD static, we will have marathon on 13. Okay? Mayank, you can get all the data regarding MSP in PIB. ठीक है? PIB में cover है कौन से MSP किस crop के क्या MSP है. Swati, no, in terms of milk production we are ranking first. ठीक है? It's not third, we are ranking first. Okay, ma'am. Okay, Yukta, see, you are asking for ARD static, right? So I'll just ask you, I'll just request you to, ask this question when I'll have the ARD static marathon. Okay, there I'll be explaining this thing in detail because you are asking regarding scientific name and all, so it will take some time. So I'll just answer it later on in ARD static marathon. So Mayank, I have already told you, PIB में आपको मिल जाएगा, MSP के regarding आपको data PIB में मिल जाएगा. So Akash, see, from ARD report, I would say 2 to 3 question you can expect. Only 2 to 3 question you can expect from ARD report. Yes, Swati, in egg we are ranking third. Okay. Okay, Priya, I'll pin the answer of that. Ministry of Agriculture report also, Pooja, we have covered. I have tried to come up with the 2 to 3 questions of Ministry of Agriculture as well. Yes, PDF of this session will be provided in the Telegram, Pratik. Yes, Neha, I would say at this point of time, focus more on ARD static. ठीक है? ARD current affair का weightage थोड़ा कम है. It is important if आपकी ARD static is not that good. ठीक है? But I'll ask you to focus more on ARD static. So, is there any query? Priya, see, I'll just confirm this. I think we are ranking second or third in egg production. ठीक है? So I don't know exact ranking. So I think it is second or third. So all those reports that has not been covered right now here, we'll come up with the Maha Marathon session on 14. So I'll come up with the question of all these reports which are not covered till now. Okay, guys, if you are insisting, okay, so I'll just say you that, okay, we are ranking third in egg production, okay? So best way to revise ARD, I would say, try to focus on important chapter for now. So is there any query? Or shall I ask Devanshu sir to take over the class? Okay, ठीक है. Is there any query? Chalo. So now I'm asking Devanshu sir to take over. ठीक है? Now he'll take your class. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, everyone.
So once again, good evening to all the future NABARD grade officers. So my dear friends, I believe कि आप सभी को ARD की reports का session काफी पसंद आया होगा. And now I will be taking over for the ESI reports and indices, in which we will be covering all the important reports and indices from the month of July, August and September 2023. Let me tell you, my dear friends, the October 2023 reports will be covered by me in the Maha Marathon session. So do join that as well on the Saturday. So I can see here, good evening Rohit, Neha, Sridevi, Vipin, Anu, Deepika, Niranjan. I am really glad that all of you have joined the session. So my dear friends, let's begin the session. I believe that all of you are really excited for the reports and indices as well for the July, August and September. So let's begin the part, and here is the very first question. The very first question is here on the screen on the assessment report on invasive alien species and their control. So सबसे पहला question on a very easier line. The question is basically on the releasing body. I always tell you that we have 5 fingers and there are 5 dimensions which can be covered from any report which is there under the sun, and the 5 dimensions are, the first dimension is the releasing body, and the question is on the same line. So please tell me what is the right answer, what is the name of that organization which has come up with the report, that is assessment report on invasive alien species and their control. What is the right answer? Absolutely right, it is option D, that is Intergovernmental Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services. My dear friend, before moving on to the next question, I would like, there is a small request to all of you, that all of you are requested to have a blank paper with all of you and make sure that you are noting down the answers, and you are also telling your answers in the comment section, in the chat box of the session, so that we can see that yes, you are participating. Apart from that, you are also required to analyze your scores after the end of the session. So we have 100 questions for the reports and indices, and I believe that you are really going to enjoy this particular part. And apart from that, I will not be discussing these reports in a detailed manner because we have already taken the session on the detailed reports, but yes, we will be solving these reports and indices in the form of multiple choice questions. So let's move on to the next question. So as per the report, the presence of approximately dash alien species have been introduced by the human activities across various regions and biomes. So here you have to tell me the number of approximately how many species have been introduced by the human activities. What is that number? So my dear friends, when I talk about these alien species, see, these alien species are basically those species which have been taken from one of the geographical condition, from their origination part to the other place. For example, I can say that there are 2 places A and B, and there is a species which is X which is living here, and for example, this is basically a cold area and here it is a desert. So we are just taking this X species to this particular desert area, so that X species will basically be alien species for this B area. I hope this doubt is clear to all of you. So how many such kind of species are there? There are basically 37,000 species which have been introduced by the human activities. And what is the reason behind that? The reason behind the introduction of these species are basically that these particular species have been done due to the increase in the trade activities, and the people, the humans are traveling from one place to another. That is why such kind of thing has taken place. And apart from that, when I talk about the 37,000 species, can anybody tell me how many species are invasive in nature? Let me tell you that the species which are invasive in nature, these are those species which basically tends to grow very quickly but harmfully. That means अगर ये X species अगर यहाँ पर B वाले एरिया में जाता है और वहाँ के जो existing species हैं उनकी ग्रोथ को इंपैक्ट करता है, दैट इज बेसिकली कॉल्ड, दे आर इन्वेजिव स्पीशीज. सो कितने स्पीशीज हैं? दैट इज 3500 स्पीशीज. आई कैन सी all the people have given me the right answer. Yukta, Mayank, Deepika, Padmini, Saurim, Niranjan, all the people have given me the right answer. That is 3500. Absolutely right. This is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. So अगला question है basically on the economic cost. What was the global economic cost of the invasive alien species which exceeded dash annually in 2019? Let me tell you, my dear friends, since year 1970, the economic cost has basically quadrupled. That means it has become 4 times in every decade. Okay, and what exactly was that particular cost for the year 2019? That is the question is all about. So quickly tell me the right answer. What is it? So absolutely right, option B, $423 billion is the right answer to this question. Moving on to the next question. So here, consider the following statements regarding this particular report. Identify the which statement is incorrect from the example. So my dear friends, please tell me which one of the following statements are incorrect as per this report, that is the assessment report on invasive alien species and their control. What is the right answer? So first statement is most common impact of alien invasive species is the reduction of the food supply. Second statement states that the most negative impact was on the marine ecosystem. The third statement states that the world's most widespread invasive alien species on the land is lantana. So you have to identify that which one of the following statements are incorrect with respect to this particular report. अगर हम बात करते हैं पहली statement, it is absolutely right. Okay, when I talk about the second statement, it states that the most negative impacts are reported on the marine ecosystem, but no, it is not on the marine ecosystem. It is on the land, and that too is 75%. Okay, so that's why the second statement is absolutely incorrect. The third statement states that the world's most widespread alien species on the land is lantana. Can anybody tell me what is the name of that particular species, which is basically the most widespread invasive alien species on land? What is it? Absolutely right, Sridhar, it is water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is the right answer to this particular question. So that is why the right answer is option D, that is both statement 2 and 3 are absolutely incorrect. Okay, अगर हम बात करते हैं fresh water की, अगर हम बात करते हैं इसका जो impact है fresh water पे, it was 14% and marine it was 10%. Okay, so I believe this point is clear to all of you. Absolutely right, all the people have given me the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is from the very important report, that is the Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan 2023. First question is on the releasing body of the report, that which body releases this report. See my dear friends, we all live, and for us air is really very important because we need that air to breathe. So my dear friends, the Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan, अगर स्वच्छ वायु सर्वेक्षण की हम बात करते हैं, दैट मीन्स वी वांट द स्वच्छ वायु, दैट मीन्स क्लीन एयर. तो क्लीन एयर के लिए हमें क्या करना होगा? वी ऑल नो दैट पोल्यूशन इज टेकिंग प्लेस अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. तो पोल्यूशन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए एक बोर्ड बनाया जाएगा जो कि सेंट्रल लेवल पे काम करेगा इंडिया के अंदर. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट बोर्ड? दैट इज Central Pollution Control Board. That is option A. Option A is the right answer. That is Central Pollution Control Board, which is the right answer to this question. In this manner, you can just remember that what exactly is the name of the body which has released this report, that is Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan 2023. Let me tell you, my dear friends, that this particular report assesses the air quality in the cities, and apart from that, it also assesses, apart from air quality, it also assesses the city action plans, whether they have been implemented by the cities properly or not. So these are the two dimensions which are being assessed under this particular report. So when I talk about the city action plan, so any particular city which is not able to implement these action plans for the consecutive 5 years, these cities are called non-attainment cities. So can you tell me, in India, how many non-attainment cities are there? In India, how many non-attainment cities are there? Can anybody tell me in the chat box? What is that number? So Swati, Ishita, Deepika, Angel, they are telling me the right answer. That is 131. Absolutely right. 131 is the right answer. Absolutely, my dear friends. So 131 non-attainment cities are there. और ये वो cities हैं जिन्होंने की city action plans को अच्छे से implement नहीं किया है. Absolutely right. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. So when I talk about the Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan, it assesses the cities with the help of 8 points. What exactly these 8 points are, you are really required to remember from the exam point of view, and the question is on the same line. You have to identify that among these 5 options, which one of the following is not one of those 8 points which are being used to assess the air quality in the cities under the Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan. What is the right answer here? Is it the municipal solid waste burning, control of the biomass, improvement in PM 2.5 concentration, or is it the road dust, or improvement in PM 10 concentration? So what is the right answer here? So here I can see, yes, absolutely right. It is option C, that is improvement in the PM 2.5 concentration. Now, my dear friends, can you guys tell me that what exactly these 8 points are? See, 4 points have already been written, that municipal solid waste burning is there, control of biomass is there, road dust is there, improvement in the PM 10 concentration is there. So my dear friends, as I talked about the road dust, roads को हम क्यों बनाते हैं, roads को क्यों construct करते हैं, so that vehicles can run on them. अगर हम बात करते हैं vehicles की, तो vehicles जो है हमारे, वो हमारे pollution करते हैं, pollution generate करते हैं. So vehicle emission is one of the thing. One of the parameter is vehicle emission. Apart from that, we have industries to basically create the vehicles. We have industries to fulfill all our other needs as well. So we have industrial emissions. Okay, we have industrial emissions. My dear friends, when I talk about the road dust, we all know that we are having a dream of having our own houses. And whenever we are having a dream of own houses, we basically, when we construct the houses, the dust also generates from that part. And also, for example, if there was a very old building which was already present there, that means when we demolish it, once again the dust will be generated. So that means the construction and demolition dust is being generated. So my dear friends, what exactly will be the last parameter? Can anybody tell me what will be the last parameter? So we all know that we know all these particular part. That means we are aware about all these parameters. So what will be the last parameter? That is the public awareness. Public awareness is another parameter which is being used. It is another point which is being used to assess the air quality of all the cities which are there. So please tell me in the chat box, are you guys able to understand these 8 points, that how you can remember them? See my dear friends, there is a municipal solid waste burning, absolutely right. Biomass यहाँ पर होगा ही because the humans are living there. The control of biomass is the another parameter. Then we have road dust because we basically construct roads so that vehicles can run on them. So that's why we are having vehicle emission. अगर हम बात करते हैं इंडस्ट्रीज की, तो हमें बहुत सारी चीजें चाहिए, है ना. हमारी डेली एक्टिविटीज के अंदर बहुत सारी चीजों का इस्तेमाल होता है. दैट मींस वी हैव इंडस्ट्रियल एमिशंस. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट हम घर बनाते हैं तो कंस्ट्रक्शन और डिमोलिशन डस्ट जनरेशन होता है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी हैव इंप्रूवमेंट इन द PM10 concentration, and we are all of us are aware about these particular parameters. That is the public awareness is also very important. So let me tell you that you are not at all required to remember these points, because अगर इस तरीके से आप इनको याद रखेंगे then it will be very easy for you to remember these points which I have mentioned here, the 8 points which are being used in order to assess the quality, the air quality among these cities. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Let's move on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन है, see my dear friends, when I talk about the स्वच्छ वायु सर्वेक्षण, it basically is having 3 categories, okay, and the cities, that is the 131 known attainment cities, have been divided across these 3 cities, these 3 categories. तो question is basically on the category number 1. You have to tell me कि इसमें से वो कौन सा city है जो कि top 5 city की list में नहीं आता है in this particular category 1. Agra, Thane, Indore, Agartala, Bhopal. The 5 options are being given to all of you. Please tell me what is the right answer. So I can see here people are saying that yes, it is option D, that is Agartala. Absolutely right, Agartala is the right answer. So my dear friends, अगर हम बात करते हैं इस particular list की, so can you tell me the name of that particular city which has topped in the category 1? कैटेगरी 1 के अंदर टॉप किसने किया था? लेट मी टेल यू, आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग द कैटेगरी 1, 2 एंड 3 ऑल ऑफ देम, बट यस व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द कैटेगरी 1, कैटेगरी 1 को टॉप किया है इंदौर ने. कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी द कैटेगरी नंबर 2? The city which has topped in the category 2, what is the name of that particular city? Let me see who will tell me the right answer. So Ishita, Niranjan, Letslem, Swati, Riya, everybody saying that the city in the category 2 is Amravati. Absolutely right. Amravati is the right answer. When I talk about the category 3, what is the name of the city which has topped in the category 3? Please tell me in the chat box. What is it the right answer? Absolutely, it is Parvanu. So Parvanu is the right answer. So I can see here all the people are giving me the right answer. Neha, Manam, Saloni, Dharni, Shridevi, all of the people have given me the right answer. Absolutely right. So these are the 3 categories that we are required to remember. We have already covered the top performers in all these 3 categories that you are required to remember. But ये 3 categories हैं क्या, ये हमें जानना होगा. And for that, my dear friends, we are having the next question, and the next question is basically on the second dimension of the report, that is about section of the report, the different amount of parameters, the different categories which have been categorized under the स्वच्छ वायु सर्वेक्षण. So यहाँ पर question आता है basically that you are required to go through these statements and identify which statement is incorrect. So category 1 considers the cities having a population which is more than 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs से ज्यादा population की category 1 के अंदर cities हैं. The cities having the population between 3 to 10 lakhs are in the category 2. The cities with the under 3 lakhs population, they are there in the category number 3. So what exactly, which of the following statements are incorrect here? So absolutely right, the right answer here is option E, that is none of the above, because all the statements which are mentioned here about category 1, 2 and 3, They are absolutely right. Category 1 is having more than 10 lakh population. Category 2 is having between 3 to 10 lakhs. Category 3 is having under the 3 lakh population. Absolutely right. So my dear friends, please tell me first of all, once again quickly, tell me what is the name of the organization which has released the Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan. The Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan has been released by which body? Quickly tell me in the chat box. What is the right answer? Let's once again revise the report again. So the name of the body which releases the report is Central Pollution Control Board. It assesses the cities across 8 points. We have covered all the 8 points. When I talk about the different dimensions which are being assessed, that is the air quality and the city action plans are being implemented or not properly. अगर city action plan नहीं होते हैं implement तो क्या बोलेंगे उनको? Non-attainment cities, which are 131 in India. Apart from that, when I talk about the category 1, 2 and 3, category 1 के अंदर top किसने किया? इंदौर ने top किया. Category 2 is having Amravati and category 3 is having Parwanu. Absolutely right. All these are the important details that you have to remember from the exam point of view. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question is basically a report from 2023 Trade Finance Gap Growth and Jobs Survey. So basically this particular report was being released and this report tells us about the global trade finance gap. The question is on the same line that you have to tell me the global trade finance gap has grown to a record. What number out of these options identify that number in 2022 from 1.7 trillion dollars 2 years earlier? So यहाँ पर आपको बताना है कि पहले जो वैल्यू थी 1.7 trillion dollars थी. Let me tell you 1.7 trillion dollars से increase होकर by 47%, that number has basically become 2.5 trillion dollars, and that is why option B is the right answer. Absolutely right, my dear friends. Option B is the right answer. Now the question arises, please tell me the name of the body which has come up with this report, the name of the body which has released this report. Can you tell me the right answer? Let me give you a small hint that the body which has released this report is headquartered in the Manila, Philippines. Absolutely right. The right answer is Asian Development Bank. Asian Development Bank. So my dear friend, let us also revise another report which was being released by the ADB, and that was the ADB annual report, which tells us about the commitments of the Asian Development Bank towards the Asia and the Pacific region. And as per the report, can you tell me the name of the country which was the highest recipient of all the funds which are being released by the Asian Development Bank? Can you tell me the right answer? According to the ADB annual report, the name of the country which was the highest recipient of the funds from the Asian Development Bank. What is the right answer? So here I can see Swati, Dharni, Ria, Rohit, all the people are saying that it is Pakistan. Absolutely right. Pakistan is the right answer. So my dear friends, apart from that, when I talk about the Pakistan, so as per the internal migration report, let me tell you that Pakistan के अंदर सबसे ज़्यादा internal migration हुई थी, and that was due to the disaster. And when I talk about India, India was basically on the 4th in that particular list. Okay, so India was on the 4th in that particular list, and with this we have covered another important details about the report that we have covered here, another important part. Absolutely right. Let's move on to the next question. Agle question is on the progress on the Sustainable Development Goals, the Gender Snapshot 2023. So my dear friends, this is another report which was being launched in the month of September 2023. And let me tell you that this report basically, as the name suggests, it assesses the progress on the Sustainable Development Goals, and it basically identifies that when we talk about the gender equality, how exactly they are related with all these Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so please quickly tell me the organization which has come up with this report. What is the name of the organization which has come up with this report? So Sustainable Development Goals Progress, the Gender Snapshot, it has been released by the United Nations Women. My dear friends, let me tell you that this is the name of just one organization. Can you tell me the name of other organization which was also involved in the release of this report? And the name of that organization was United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. So these are the two organizations which have come up with this report. Absolutely right. By UN Women and United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, together they have come up with this particular report, and this basically tells us about the progress of gender equality across all the Sustainable Development Goals. So when I talk about the Sustainable Development Goals, can anybody tell me that how many SDGs are there? How many sustainable development goals are there? क्या कोई मुझे बता सकता है चैट बॉक्स के अंदर? What are the number of sustainable development goals that we have? So we are having basically total 17 sustainable development goals. Can you tell me by which year we are targeting to achieve them? By which year we are targeting to achieve them? By which year we are targeting to achieve them? By year 2030. So that is the right part. Let me tell you, my dear friends, you are really required to remember the name, that what exactly these 17 sustainable development goals are there, because they are really important and they can be asked in the exam as well. Okay, absolutely right. So let's move on to the next question. Next question is basically from the very first sustainable development goal, and that is related to the poverty. So if the current trend of progress continues, over 340 million women and girls will still live in extreme poverty by which year? So this particular report tells us that the 340 million women and girls will be living in the extreme poverty. अगर हमारी जो progress है वो उसका rate इसी तरीके से continue रहता है with the same rate if we are going there, so what exactly will be that particular year by which that the 340 million women and girls will live in the extreme poverty, and that particular year is 2030. Absolutely right, 2030 is the right answer. And let me tell you, my dear friends, that if we want to achieve this goal by 2030, अगर हमारा जो goal है that is of the zero poverty, if we want to achieve this goal by year 2030, we have to increase our rate by 26 times. 26 times तक हमें अपने रेट को इंक्रीज करना पड़ेगा. Only then we will be able to achieve the targets that we have under this particular part. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now, my dear friends, the question to all of you: can you tell me what is the sustainable development goal number 2? What exactly is the sustainable goal number 2? Can you tell me what is the right answer? The SDG 1 was basically related to the poverty. SDG 2 is related to hunger. तो SDG 2 जो है आपका related है hunger से. I can see here that most of the people are giving me the right answer. Sanika, Ishita, Saloni, Swati, everybody is giving me the right answer. So my dear friends, let me tell you that by 2030, this report states that 1 in every 4 women and girls across the world, they will be living in the moderate to severe food insecurity as per this particular report. ठीक है, अगर हम बात करते हैं जीरो हंगर की, तो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल नंबर 2 है, तो उसके अंदर अगर हम बात करें तो 25% ऑफ द वुमेन एंड गर्ल्स विल बी लिविंग इन द एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी बाय द एंड ऑफ 2030. एब्सोल्युटली राइट. एंड लेट मी टेल यू दैट इफ वी कैन क्लोज दिस जेंडर गैप, अगर हम जेंडर गैप को एग्री फूड सिस्टम्स के अंदर क्लोज करते हैं, देन इट विल लीड टू नियरली $1 trillion. My dear friends, it will lead to nearly $1 trillion to the world GDP. A very important finding from this particular report. Let me tell you, my dear friends, that these are the questions which can be asked in the exam, and you are really required to remember such kind of information from the exam point of view. I hope this is clear to all of you. Let's move on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन आप सभी के सामने है. If the girls have outperformed boys in the school completion at all the education levels, yet the completion rate still falls short of 100%. While dash percentage of the girls have completed upper secondary schooling and the figure for the boys is dash. Basically question is asking you to identify that what exactly is the percentage of girls जिन्होंने complete किया है अपनी upper secondary schooling को. This is basically related to the third sustainable development goal, that is related to the this is related to the education part. Okay, so please quickly tell me what is the right answer. I can see here that most of the people are saying option E, that is 60% for the girls and 57% for the boys. Absolutely right. So किसने दिया इस क्वेश्चन का सही आंसर? Ishita, Rhea, Angel, Roja, Swati, all the people have given me the right answer. Okay, absolutely right. So अगर हम बात करते हैं सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल नंबर 3 की, कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट इज द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल नंबर 3? प्लीज क्विकली टेल मी. I am waiting for a response in the chat box. So basically it is related to the good health and well-being. So good health and well-being is the right answer, which is the sustainable development goal number 3. अगर हम बात करते हैं इस गोल की, let me tell you that this report states, when I talk about the maternal mortality, it has dropped 1/3 from year 2000 to 2020. जो मैटरनल मोर्टेलिटी के नंबर्स हैं वो ड्रॉप हुए हैं by 1/3 from 2000 to year 2020. And can anybody tell me what exactly these particular numbers are? क्या कोई मुझे बता सकता है what exactly was that number? Let me tell you that it has been reduced from 339 to 223 per 1 lakh deaths. Absolutely, sorry, per 1 lakh live births. So these are the numbers that we are really required to remember from the exam point of view, and that was the drop that we have seen in the maternal mortality. Absolutely right. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले question की तरफ. So next question is on the same report, and you have to go through these statements and identify that which of the following statements are correct. कौन सी statement correct है? पहली statement कहती है universal electricity access could lift 185 million women and girls out of the poverty by 2050. अगर हम यूनिवर्सल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एक्सेस प्रोवाइड करते हैं तो 185 मिलियन वुमेन एंड गर्ल्स को हम बाहर निकाल सकते हैं पॉवर्टी से. 2022 के अंदर 27% इंटरनेशनल पेटेंट इन्वेंटर्स वुमेन थी, जबकि मेन थे दे अकाउंटेड फॉर 73%. Climate change induced food insecurity is expected to affect an additional 236 million women and girls. 30% of the countries are on the track to eliminate intimate partner violence. So आपको identify करना है कौन सी statement correct है with respect to the report on the progress on the sustainable development goals, the gender equality snapshot 2023. What is the right answer? What are those statements which are incorrect here? Please identify. See my dear friends, let me tell you. The right answer here is both 1 and 3 are correct. That means the statement number 2 and 4 are incorrect. Please try, let us try to understand and let us try to make them correct. The statement 2 states that in only 2022, 27% to international patents say they were basically inventors were the women, but it is just 17%. That is why this particular part is incorrect. Apart from that, जब हम बात करते हैं men की, so they were 83%. अगर women हमारी 17% है तो men होंगे 83%. Absolutely right, धारनी. That it is 17% for the women and 83% for the men. Absolutely right. जब हम बात करते हैं statement number 4 की, it states that 30% of the countries वो ट्रैक पर हैं which are basically using their some measures to eliminate intimate partner violence. But let me tell you, my dear friends, that in this particular part there was not a single country which is on a track to eliminate the intimate partner violence, and that is why the statement number 4 is also incorrect. Absolutely right. I can see all the people are giving me the right answer here. So here we can see that yes, Manam, Riya, Dharni, Sridevi, all the people have given me the right answer. Now, my dear friends, when I talk about the next important report, the next important sustainable development goal, so please tell me, sustainable development goal number 6. Can you tell me what is the SDG number 6? What exactly it is? Sustainable development goal number 6 is basically related to the clean water and sanitation. Clean water and sanitation. I will be telling you another very important fact from this particular report, and my dear friend, that particular fact is that when we talk about this particular report, it states that जैसा कि हम clean water और sanitation की बात कर रहे हैं, तो 380 million women and girls are basically under the water stress conditions. Water stress conditions के अंदर रह रही हैं कितनी women? Please tell me what will be the right answer if the question will be asked in the exam, that how many women and girls are living as per this report under the water stress conditions. What will be the right answer? What exactly is that number? I have just told you. What will be the right answer? The right answer will be 380 million. Absolutely right. The right answer will be 380 million, and this number is going to increase to 674 million by year 2050. तो 2050 तक ये जो नंबर है हमारा 380 मिलियन से इंक्रीज होकर हो जाएगा कितना? 674 मिलियन. Absolutely right. I can see all the people are giving me the right answer to this part. Absolutely well done, my dear friends. So these are the things that we are required to cover from the exam point of view. With this part, we have covered all the most important questions which can be asked from this particular report. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. The question is on the best countries rankings which has been given by the US News and the World Report. So as per the report, you have to tell me that what was the India's position in the ranking. So my dear friend, this is the question from the third dimension of the reports, that is the important rankings. तो important rankings में आपको top performer पता होना चाहिए, आपको पता होना चाहिए कि इंडिया की रैंक क्या है, और आपको पता होना चाहिए कि worst performer कौन सा है. So यहाँ पर सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन आता है कि what was India's rank in the best countries rankings by the US News and World Report, and what is that? The right answer here is option B, that is 30th. So India was on the 30th position under this particular part. Can you tell me the name of the country which was on the top in the world's best countries? Which country was on the top? The country which was on the top was Switzerland. तो स्विट्जरलैंड यहां पर टॉप पे था इस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट के अंदर. एब्सोल्युटली राइट, ऑल द पीपल हैव गिवन मी द राइट आंसर. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द क्वेश्चन इज ऑन द वर्ल्ड्स बेस्ट कंपनीज ऑफ 2023 which has been released by the Time and Statista. You have to tell me कि वो कौन सी कंपनी है which does not find its mention in the top 5 of the list. वो कौन सी कंपनी थी जो कि टॉप 5 की लिस्ट में नहीं थी. सो यहां पर ऑप्शंस हैं माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, अल्फाबेट, मेटा प्लेटफॉर्म, अमेजॉन एंड एक्सेंचर. यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू आइडेंटिफाई द नेम ऑफ दैट कंपनी which is not there in the top 5 list of these particular part, जो इस list के अंदर टॉप 5 में नहीं आती है. सो क्या उस कंपनी का नाम? द राइट आंसर इज अमेजॉन. Amazon is the right answer. So my dear friends, can you tell me which was the highest performer among the Indian companies in this list? Can anybody tell me the name of the company which was the highest performer from India in this list? That is the world's best companies of 2023. The world's best companies of 2023. What is the name of that particular company which was on the top? That was Infosys. Absolutely right. Infosys is the right answer. Infosys was the one which was on the top. Absolutely right. Moving on to the next question. Next question is on the Global Crypto Adoption Index 2023, which has been released by the Chainalysis. And the question is, what was India's position in this rank? Let me tell you, my dear friends, that this particular report does not tell us about that how much that country is basically eager or has adopted the crypto index. No. The right answer basically is that this particular report tells us about that what exactly is the penetration level of using the crypto in the daily lives by the people of that country. And the right answer, you will be really glad to hear that India is the one which was having the first position in this report, that is the Crypto Adoption Index 2023. India is on the top. Can you tell me the name of the country which was on the second position? What is the name of the country which is on the second position? Let me see who will tell me the right answer. The country which is on the second position it was Nigeria. So Nigeria is the name of the country which was on the second position under this particular report. Absolutely right. Nigeria is the right answer. Next question. Next question is on the 5th Digital Quality of Life Index by the Surfshark. You have to tell me the name of the country which is not among the top 5 in this index. बात हो रही है डिजिटल क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ इंडेक्स की. डिजिटल क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ इंडेक्स के अंदर वो कौन सी कंट्री है जो टॉप 5 का पार्ट नहीं थी? दैट इज व्हाट यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई हियर. Let me tell you, my dear friends, that as per the recent exam trends, we have seen that the questions are now being asked from the top 5 countries and not from just the top country. So that's why you have to cover the top 5 names as well from the exam point of view. तो यहाँ पर अगर हम बात करते हैं 5th Digital Quality of Life Index की, तो वो कौन सी कंट्री है जो कि इसका पार्ट नहीं है? That is option B, that is Sweden. Sweden is not the part of that. Okay. Now when I talk about that, what was the India's rank? Can anybody tell me what was India's rank here? India's rank, it is the most important thing that we have to cover from here. So what exactly is the India's rank in the question number 74, the Digital Quality of Life Index? India's rank was 52nd. Okay, so India's position was 52nd in this particular report. Absolutely right. Can anybody tell me what are the 5 pillars of this Digital Quality Life Index? जब भी हम बात करते हैं इंटरनेट की, डिजिटल क्वालिटी लाइफ की, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है? So my dear friends, what is the most important thing? The most important pillar is basically the quality. Just say कि अगर अभी इंटरनेट क्वालिटी हमारी अच्छी नहीं होती तो क्या होता? इंटरनेट क्वालिटी अगर अच्छी नहीं होती तो हम अभी ये लाइव सेशन कंडक्ट ही ना कर पाते. Will you guys agree with me for that? So that's what is the very first pillar, that is the internet quality. The next one is the internet. The next part is basically, my dear friends, the internet quality के बाद जो अगली चीज है, that is the internet affordability. If we guys are not able to afford this internet, then how will we be able to basically conduct this particular part? Okay, so absolutely right. I can see all the people are saying me. So मयंक ने यहाँ पर पांचों ही इंडेक्स को बता दिया है. That is internet affordability, internet quality. Then we need infrastructure, we need e-security, and we need e-government. Absolutely right. These are the 5 dimensions. These are the 5 pillars of the Digital Quality Life Index that can also be asked in the exam. India की बात करते हैं तो India was positioned on the 52nd position in this particular rank. Absolutely, this is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. अगला question है on the global trend in child monetary poverty according to the international poverty lines. So first of all, you are required to tell me the name of the organization which has released this report. So my dear friends, we are talking about the monetary poverty. ठीक है? तो मनी हमें कहां से मिलता है? वी गेट द मनी फ्रॉम द बैंक. And when I talk about the whole world will be getting the money from which organization? It will be taking from the World Bank. Okay, so World Bank is the name of the one organization which has released this report. Apart from that, we are talking about the children. Can anybody tell me the name of that organization which always comes forward in order to work towards the betterment of the children? Across the world, the organization which really works a lot, contributes a lot for the betterment of the children, what is the name of that organization? That is UNICEF. UNICEF is the right answer. So UNICEF and World Bank are the two organizations which have together come up with this report. That is the global trend in the child monetary poverty according to international poverty lines. So what is the right answer here? Option A is the right answer. That is World Bank Group. So my dear friends, as per this report, let me tell you that there are total 3 international poverty lines. Total 3 international poverty lines हैं जो कि ये report state करती है. Can anybody tell me what are these 3 international poverty lines? What exactly these are? So these are basically $2.15, $3.65 and $6.85. When I talk about this one, this is basically extreme poverty. When I talk about this one, this is lower middle income group, and this is the upper middle income group. I hope this is very much clear to all of you. I can see here that yes, all the people are saying the right answer absolutely. So these are the 3 international poverty lines: 2.15, 3.65 and $6.85. This is the right answer. Absolutely right, my dear friends. Let's move on to the next part. अगला क्वेश्चन आप सभी के सामने है. So in 2022, the children comprised -% of the extreme poverty, up from 47.3%. See, 2013 के अंदर जो children थे which were living in the extreme poverty, those children were 47.3, and now you are required to identify कि वो percentage अब कितना बढ़ गई है in year 2022. 2022 में ये percentage कितनी हो गई है? Can anybody tell me that? So basically it has increased to 52.5%. तो earlier it was 47.3% and now it has increased to 52.5%. यहां पर एक और चीज आती है, अगर हम बात करते हैं 2022 के अंदर, तो द नंबर ऑफ पीपल लिविंग इन द एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी, तो उसके अंदर चिल्ड्रंस और एडल्ट्स कितने हैं? कोई मुझे बता सकता है चिल्ड्रंस और एडल्ट्स कितने हैं? What percentage of the children were living in the extreme poverty in year 2022? So can anybody tell me that? So yes, this is 15.9%. And when I talk about the adults, 6.6% of the adults were basically living in the extreme poverty in year 2022, and that is the right answer. Absolutely right, Deepika, Mayank, Swati, Ajitesh, Mayank, Saloni, all the people have given me the right answer. Absolutely right. But guys, the most important thing is the India related data. Can you tell me the number of children who are living in the extreme poor households? What is the percentage of the children who are living in the extreme poor households as per this report? Can you tell me that particular number? What is that percentage for the children which are living in the extreme poor households in India? So basically these are 11.5%. 11.5% is the right answer. Absolutely right. I can see, I'm really glad to see that all of the people are giving me the right answer. My dear friends, let me tell you that not just solving these details are important, but apart from that, you are also required to cover some additional information that I have already covered when the detailed sessions of these reports were being taken. Okay, today I am just discussing them in very brief manner so that yes, we can revise the most of the important reports, the most important data from such kind of reports and indices. Let's move on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन इज बेसिकली ऑन द ग्लोबल ट्रेंड इन चाइल्ड मॉनेटरी पॉवर्टी अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंटरनेशनल पॉवर्टी लाइंस. आपको गो थ्रू करना है, 3 स्टेटमेंट को आइडेंटिफाई करना है कौन सी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट. द वेरी फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज हियर ऑन 63.3 मिलियन चिल्ड्रन पॉवर्टी से बाहर निकले हैं फ्रॉम द पीरियड 2013 टू 2019. जब हम बात करते हैं 2013 टू 2020 तो 29.2 मिलियन चिल्ड्रन हैव एग्जिटेड द extreme poverty. When I talk about the child poverty significance, so it has declined worldwide from 2013 to 2022 with the largest reduction seen only in the South Asia. Please my dear friends, focus on these words that it is saying that only in the South Asia. Can you tell me what exactly is the right answer? What exactly are the statements which are correct here? So I can see most of the people are going with option D. तो option D को lock किया जाए. Absolutely, option D is the right answer. That is both 1 and 2. Can you guys make this particular part Correct? Can you make the third statement correct? Child poverty significantly declined worldwide from 2013 to 2022 only in the South Asia. Let me tell you that South Asia was there, but apart from that it was also in the East Asia and the Pacific. So all these regions, there was the largest reduction which has been seen, and absolutely that is why the third statement was incorrect. The right answer here is both 1 and 2 is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Next question is on the growth of ultra processed foods in India. So my dear friends, the next report we are covering here is the growth on ultra processed foods in India, and you have to tell me that what is the name of the body which comes with this report, which releases this report. So the options are being given: International Medical Corps, World Health Assembly, Global Health Council, WHO and the World Bank. Let me tell you that about these ultra processed foods. So my dear friends, you all know that the young population at present are really indulged in the very bad food habits, very bad eating habits. Why so? Because people are taking so much amount of and so much high quantity of the beverages. They are taking basically the ultra processed foods like the sugar confectionery, chocolates, ice creams. So my dear friend, these are the things which are really impacting. और जब हम बात करते हैं कि ये हेल्थ को इम्पैक्ट करती है, तो हेल्थ के लिए वो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड बेटरमेंट चाहती है कि पूरे वर्ल्ड में हेल्थ सभी की अच्छी रहे? What is the name of that organization? Now I think by listening to this point, everybody of you will be able to answer the question, and absolutely the right answer here is WHO. World Health Organization is the name of that organization which releases this report, and it basically analyzes that what exactly is the analysis, what is the trend of the sale of the ultra processed foods in India. Moving on to the next question, you have to tell me when I talk about the retail sales volume, तो वो कौन सी? See, these are the 5 categories which are being assessed under this report. So out of these 5 categories, which was the highest during the 2011 to 2021, किसकी retail sales volume सबसे ज्यादा highest थी as per the report? Can you tell me what is the name of that particular part? As I told you, जब भी हम बाहर खाना जाते हैं तो what we take, किसी न चीज खाने के साथ हम कुछ पीने का सामान जरूर लेते हैं. That is the beverages. So beverages is absolutely the right answer. Option D, beverages is the right answer. Okay. So my dear friends, that is absolutely right. Option D, beverages is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन है on the G20 policy recommendations for advancing financial inclusion and productivity gains through digital public infrastructure. This is the name of the report which has been recently released. You have to identify the name of the body which releases this report, and the name of the body which has come up with this particular report is basically option B, that is World Bank Group. So World Bank Group has basically released this report, that is the G20 policy recommendations. Okay. So now the next question is on the same report. You have to tell me, as per the report, how many people, how many adults are really remained financially excluded, over 50% of which are in the 7 emerging markets and the developing economies. So here, my dear friends, you have to tell me that what exactly is the right answer. What is the name of that particular, what is the number of such kind of adults which have remained financially excluded as a part of this particular report? Can you tell me the right answer? What is that number? So that number, absolutely, it is 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion people आपके financially excluded हैं as per the report which has been released by the World Bank Group. Absolutely, this is the right answer. So my dear friends, can you tell me, let me tell you a very interesting fact that India has achieved 80% of the financial inclusion rate in a period of 6 years. A very important fact that can be asked from this particular report. Absolutely, this is the right answer. और अगर जब हम बात करते हैं fiscal year 2022-23 की, fiscal 22-2023 की अगर हम बात करते हैं, the number of, when I talk about the UPI transactions, it basically was more than 50% of the India's GDP. The amount of these UPI transactions which has been taken place in the year fiscal year 22 to 23, they were more than the 50% of the India's GDP. Absolutely right. This is the right part. I can see all the people are giving me the right answer. Absolutely right. Let's move on to the next question, guys. The question is from a very important report, and the question is on the India Aging Report. So my dear friends, we have seen that the most amount of the young population is living in India at present, and that is really very important for the boosting nature of India's economy, the boosting potential of the India's economy. But the very first question for all of you is, you have to identify the name of the organization which has released this report. So what is the right answer? I can see most of the people are going with option C, that is International Institute for Population Sciences and the United Nations Population Fund. Option C is absolutely right. This is the right part. Absolutely, my dear friends. Let's move on to the next question. अगला question है, basically you are required to go through the statements and identify the correct statement. So my dear friend, let me tell you that whenever you are seeing such kind of questions, always make sure that yes, you have understood the demand of the question. The question is demanding कि कौन सी statement correct है. तो 3 statement आपके सामने given है, आपको identify करना है कौन सी statement यहाँ पर correct है. उसके लिए हमें go through करना होगा statements को. Let's go through them. First statement states 1.1 billion people age 60 years or above. ठीक है, that is the 13.9% of the global population. Second statement states the number of older person in the world likely to double to 2.1 billion by 2030. Please focus on these numbers which are mentioned here. Third statement states that developed world की जब हम बात करते हैं तो older persons will increase from 26% to 50% in 2050. तो यहां पर आपके सामने 3 स्टेटमेंट्स हैं, आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि कौन सी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है फ्रॉम द this India aging report. So my dear friends, when I talk about the very first statement, it is absolutely right. बात करते हैं सेकंड स्टेटमेंट की. वो कहती है कि 1.1 बिलियन से 2.1 बिलियन होगी by 2030. But this is not at all right, because by 2050 it will be getting double, and that is why statement 2 is absolutely incorrect. The third statement also says that the developed world के अंदर जो older persons है ना, they will increase from 26% to 50%, but this percentage is once again absolutely incorrect, because it will be 34% in 2050. And that is why the statement number 3 is absolutely incorrect. The right answer will be option A, that is only statement 1 is correct. Absolutely, my dear friend, this is the right answer. Now there is a question for all of you. Can you tell me what exactly is the current elderly population growth rate for India? What is that particular percent? Can you tell me what is the current elderly population growth rate in India? That is, as per this report, what exactly that is the number? And that is basically 41%. 41% is the right answer. Absolutely right here. Swati, Ish, Rohit, all the people are telling me the right answer. That is 41%. Well done, my dear friends. I can see all the people have given me the right answer. Absolutely right. Let's move on to the next question. Agla question from the same report, and now the question related to the India related data. So once again you have to go through the statements and identify the incorrect statement here. Okay, so let's go through the statements together. The very first statement states elderly in India population will double by 2050, which is absolutely right. Second statement states that in India during 2000 to 2022 the elderly population grew by 134%. The third statement states that between the 2022 to 2050 elderly population will grow at 103%. So my dear friends, can you tell me what is the right answer? Which statement is here correct? So कौन सी statement incorrect है हमें ये बताना है. तो statement अगर जो correct है identify कर लिया तो हमें पता चल जाएगा कि incorrect कौन सी है. Let me tell you that in the second statement it states that 2000 से 2022 के बीच में elderly has grew by 134%, but that number was 103%. That means statement number 2 is incorrect. The third statement states in India elderly population will grow at 103% for the period 2022 to 2050, but it will be basically to 134%, and that is why the statement 3 is absolutely incorrect. The right answer here is option E, that is both 2 and 3 are incorrect. Absolutely right, this is the right answer. All the people have given me the right answer. Now my dear friends, can you tell me what is the percentage of the inhabitants in India which are living under 35 years of age? Percentage of the inhabitants which are living under 35 years of age. Can you tell me that percentage? What is that percentage? Let me tell you that these kind of questions can be asked in the exam, and this kind of data is really very important from the exam point of view. Please quickly tell me what is that percentage. So I can see here most of the people are saying 65%. Absolutely right. 65% is the right answer. Let me tell you a very important thing, my dear friends, that for both the India and the world, the elderly population will basically grow. It will basically become double by year 2050. अगर एग्जाम में आता है कि डबल कब होगी, 2050 के अंदर होगी, both in the global level as well as in India as well. Now comes a question. हमने कहा कि इंडिया की जो ग्लोबल इंडिया की जो पॉपुलेशन है, it will get double by 2050. Can you tell me what exactly will be the percentage? What will be the percentage of the elderly population by the end of the century, that is by 2100? Can anybody tell me that number? what exactly that number will be? What exactly will be the population, elderly population of India in 2100? What exactly will be the right answer? So Rohit, Ganga, Mayank, see 20.7%. 20.7% will be basically in 2050. जब वो हमारी डबल हो जाएगी, that will be 20.7%. Okay, but जब हम बात करते हैं 2100 की, that will be 36%. इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन होगी, एल्डरली पॉपुलेशन होगी 36%. Okay, 36% is the right answer. I can see here that yes, now people are giving me the right answer in the chat box. The right answer will be 36%. Absolutely right, 36% is the right answer. So with this we have covered another important report, that is India aging report. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. So अगला क्वेश्चन here on the screen. Go through the statements, identify the statement which is correct as per the India aging report. ठीक है, तो पहली स्टेटमेंट कहती है 40% elderly people they are not having any income. Second statement states 18.7% elderly are in the poorest quintile in our country. Third statement states that अगर हम बात करते हैं लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी की, तो women are having the higher life expectancy at the age of 60 and at the 80 when compared to men. So my dear friends, here are the three statements. Go through them and tell me which of the following statements are correct as per the India aging report. So I can see here absolutely right. अगर हम बात करते हैं थर्ड स्टेटमेंट की, this is absolutely right. बात करते हैं फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट की, it states 40% of the elderly people they are not having an income. Let me tell you my dear friends that 18.7% of the elderly people are living without any income in India, and that is why statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2 states 18.7% elderly are in the poorest quintile, but no, 40% of the elderly are in the poorest quintile. That means statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. So the right answer will be option C, that is only third statement is correct here. ठीक है, I hope this is clear to all of you. Are you guys able to understand this particular part? ठीक है, लेट मी टेल यू दैट एग्जाम के अंदर आप बहुत बार देखेंगे कि वैल्यूज को स्वैप किया गया है, बट यू विल सी दैट यस वी हैव रेड दैट पर्टिकुलर डेटा. हमने ये डेटा पढ़ा था जब हमने इस रिपोर्ट को पढ़ा था, और ये डेटा तो सही होगा, बट आपको बहुत केयरफुली ऐसे क्वेश्चंस को अटेम्प्ट करना है जहां पर आपको चीजें सही दिख रही होंगी, क्योंकि आइडेंटिफाई करना बहुत जरूरी है दैट वेदर दैट डेटा व्हिच हैज बीन मेंशन इन दैट लाइन वो उस पर्टिकुलर लाइन के अकॉर्डिंग है भी या नहीं. ये चीजें हमें बेसिकली आइडेंटिफाई करनी होगी एग्जाम के अंदर, एंड दैट्स व्हाट द चैलेंज इज ऑल अबाउट. ओके, आई बिलीव दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट एंड दीज क्वेश्चंस आर क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. ओके, सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, आर यू गाइस एंजॉयिंग द सेशन टिल नाउ? क्या आप सभी को मजा आ रहा है द वे वी आर कवरिंग द रिपोर्ट्स? So we have covered more number of reports from the month of September 2023, and in the upcoming part we will be covering the July as well as August part as well in the similar manner. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर absolutely so all the people are liking the part and they are enjoying it. Let's move on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन है फ्रॉम द ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स. सो ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स के ऊपर आपको 3 स्टेटमेंट्स गिवन है, आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि कौन सी स्टेटमेंट इनकरेक्ट है अबाउट द ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स. द पहली स्टेटमेंट ask you that it captures the innovation ecosystem performance of 132 economies. Angola has been ranked at the bottom of the index. India has topped in the innovation economies of upper middle income group. So please go through the statements. Tell me which one of the following statements are incorrect here. कौन सी स्टेटमेंट इनकरेक्ट है? लेट मी टेल यू द वेरी फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट, इट इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट. 132 इकोनॉमीज की परफॉर्मेंस को असेस करता है ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट स्टेट्स अंगोला जो है हमारी, इट हैज बीन रैंक्ड एट द बॉटम ऑफ द इंडेक्स, व्हिच इज वंस अगेन द राइट पार्ट. तो थर्ड स्टेटमेंट स्टेट्स की इंडिया की जो रैंक है इन द अपर मिडिल इनकम ग्रुप, इंडिया ने टॉप किया है. तो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज नॉट एट ऑल राइट. व्हाई सो? बिकॉज इंडिया हैज टॉप्ड इन द lower middle income group and not in the upper middle income group. That is why this statement is incorrect. Apart from that, in the Central Southern Asia also, the India has topped in the innovation economies. So what will be the right answer to this question? It will be option D, that is only third statement is incorrect. We were required to identify the incorrect statement for this part. अब आप सभी के सामने क्वेश्चन है, please tell me in the chat box the name of the body which releases the global innovation index. Please quickly tell me what is the name of that particular body. What is the name of the body which releases this report? The Global Innovation Index. That is the World Intellectual Property Organization. Absolutely right. WIPO is the right answer. Absolutely, I can see here that yes, all the people, Shubham, Sushmita, Dharni, Mayank, Ishmohan, all the people are saying that WIPO is the right answer. Absolutely right. Now let's move on to the next part. what is the name of the country which was on the top? टॉप पर कौन सी कंट्री थी इसके अंदर इन द वर्ल्ड इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी, सॉरी इन द ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स? व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वाज द टॉप परफॉर्मिंग कंट्रीज? सो लेट मी टेल यू दैट व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द टॉप, द स्विट्जरलैंड वाज ऑन द टॉप. ठीक है जी, द स्विट्जरलैंड इज ऑन द टॉप. यस, ऑल द पीपल आर सेइंग राइट पार्ट. सो स्विट्जरलैंड, Sweden, US, UK, these are the top 4 countries in this particular part. When I talk about the India की जब हम बात करते हैं तो what was India's position? My dear friends, what was India's position in the Global Innovation Index? India was ranked at 40th position. India was ranked at the 40th position, and that is what we are required to remember from the exam point of view. So in this manner, we have covered all the important details about this Global Innovation Index from the exam point of view. Absolutely right. India's rank was 40th. I can see all the people have given me the right answer. Absolutely, this is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. अगला question is on the World Talent Ranking. तो वर्ल्ड टैलेंट रैंकिंग 2023 का ये क्वेश्चन है. इट इज रिलीज बाय द इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर मैनेजमेंट डेवलपमेंट. यू हैव टू टेल मी व्हाट वाज इंडियाज पोजीशन इन दिस रैंक इन द वर्ल्ड टैलेंट रैंकिंग, जिसको रिलीज किया है आईएमडी ने. इसके अंदर इंडिया की पोजीशन थी 56. दैट इज ऑप्शन बी, 56 इज द राइट आंसर. कैन यू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द कंट्री विच वाज ऑन द टॉप? सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, एज आई टोल्ड यू, द बेस्ट कंट्रीज रैंकिंग की अगर हम बात करें, या फिर हम इनोवेशन इंडेक्स की बात करें, या फिर हम वर्ल्ड टैलेंट रैंकिंग की बात करें, देयर वाज वन सिंगल कंट्री ओनली व्हिच हैज टॉप्ड इन दीज ऑल द रिपोर्ट्स एंड इंडिसेस, एंड व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट कंट्री? दैट इज स्विट्जरलैंड. स्विट्जरलैंड. सो बेसिकली ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स के अंदर भी यही टॉप पे थी. बेस्ट कंट्रीज की जो रिपोर्ट थी हमारी, उसके अंदर भी यही टॉप पे थी, और वर्ल्ड टैलेंट रैंकिंग में भी ओनली द स्विट्जरलैंड वाज ऑन द टॉप. ठीक है जी, तो याद रहेगा आपको ये सब चीजें. Will you be able to retain this data that yes, these are the 3 reports in which Switzerland was on the top? I can see here that yes, all the people are giving me the right answer. So Switzerland is on the top in all these 3 reports. अगर हम बात करते हैं ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स की, इंडिया की रैंक थी 40th पोजीशन. ठीक है, बात करते हैं बेस्ट कंट्रीज रिपोर्ट की, उसके अंदर इंडिया की रैंक थी 30th पोजीशन. बात करें अगर टॉप परफॉर्मर की, इट वाज स्विट्जरलैंड इन बोथ द रिपोर्ट्स. एब्सोल्युटली, दिस इज द राइट पार्ट. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन इज ऑन द वर्ल्ड यूनिवर्सिटी रैंकिंग्स 2024. यू हैव टू टेल मी कि वो कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी है जो कि टॉप 5 यूनिवर्सिटीज का पार्ट नहीं है. सॉरी, जो कि टॉप 5 यूनिवर्सिटीज का पार्ट है. ठीक है जी, तो here you have to identify which of the following universities find its place among the top 5 universities. So my dear friends, please tell me what is the right answer. The University of Oxford, Stanford University, MIT, Harvard, or all of the above? So which particular university is there which was in the top 5 list? Absolutely right, it is option E, all of the above is the right answer. All these particular universities are there. Can you tell me the name of the university from India which was the top performer? इंडिया की तरफ से कौन सी वो यूनिवर्सिटी है which was the top performer? So it was basically in the band of 201 to 250. Can anybody tell me the name of that particular university which was there? Absolutely right, it is IISc Bangalore. IISc Bangalore is the one which was in the top from the India's universities, and it was there in the 201 to 250 band. When I talk about the name of the university which was on the top, it was the University of Oxford. Absolutely right, my dear friends. Let's move on to the next question. Next question आपके सामने है on the most valuable Indian brand according to the recently released Kantar's Brands India ranking. So Brands India ranking के according वो कौन सी ब्रांड है जो कि टॉप पे थी? So my dear friends, let me tell you that आज के टाइम पर एक ही ब्रांड है जो टॉप पर चला हुआ है, और टॉप पे कौन है? टाटा. That is a Tata Consultancy Services. Option C, TCS is absolutely the right answer. TCS is the one which was on the top in the Kantar's Brands India ranking. Absolutely right. Option C is the right answer. That is TCS. All the people have given me the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन ऑन द इकोनॉमिक फ्रीडम ऑफ द वर्ल्ड 2023 एनुअल रिपोर्ट, जिसको रिलीज किया है फ्रेजर इंस्टीट्यूट ने. आपके सामने क्वेश्चन है, वो कौन सी कंट्री वर्ल्ड की फ्रीएस्ट इकोनॉमी है? व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर फ्रीएस्ट इकोनॉमी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड? Please quickly tell me in the chat box what is the name of the country. Singapore, Hong Kong, Switzerland, New Zealand, USA. What is the name of that country? The name of that country which is on the top is absolutely right. Option A, Singapore is the right answer. Let me tell you that all these 5 countries are in the chronological order. अगर हम बात करते हैं top 5 countries की, it was Singapore followed by Hong Kong, Switzerland, New Zealand and the USA. Now comes the most important questions. Quickly tell me in the chat box what was India's rank. So what was India's rank in the Economic Freedom of the World 2023 annual report? Can anybody tell me what was India's rank? So the India's position in this particular report was 87th. Absolutely right. 87th is the right answer. So 87th was the position of India in the Economic Freedom Report. Absolutely right. I can see all the people are giving me the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. So my dear friends, the question is from a very important report. As we all know that education sector is really the most important one on which we have seen the questions in the past year exams from the NABARD grid exam, and the question is on the same line on the same report, that is on the performance grading index. दे एक report है जिसको release किया गया है to assess the quality of, to assess the status of education in the Indian districts, and it has been released by the Department of School Education and Literacy under the Ministry of Education. आपके सामने क्वेश्चन किया है ये कि जो ये सारे districts हैं इनको डिवाइड करता है कुछ 10 grades के अंदर. आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है that what is that particular grade which is the highest grade which a district can achieve. कोई ऐसा ग्रेड जो कि हाईएस्ट ग्रेड है जिसको कोई भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट अचीव कर सकता है. व्हाट इज दैट पर्टिकुलर ग्रेड? लेट मी टेल यू माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, इट इज अ दक्ष. दैट इज द राइट आंसर. दक्ष इज दैट पर्टिकुलर ग्रेड which is the highest grade which a city, which a district can achieve. And can anybody tell me that how many districts have achieved the daksh grade as per the report? Can you tell me how many districts have achieved the daksh grade as per the report? So the number of districts which have achieved the daksh grade as per the report is 0, as none of the districts was able to achieve the daksh grade as per this particular part. Absolutely right. Nil, none, 0, no district is absolutely the right answer. Next question, guys. So here you have to tell me which state has topped in the Ati Uttam, which is the 3rd out of the 10 grades category with 18 districts in the 2021-2022. What exactly is that particular part? What is the name of that state which was a top performer in the Ati Uttam? In the Ati Uttam category, which particular state was on the top? It was Punjab. Punjab is the right answer. Punjab was on the top in this particular list. Absolutely right. All the people have given me the right answer. Punjab is the right answer. Next question. So how many states have achieved the daksh grade in the school education? So my dear friends, let me tell you that the government of India, that is the Department of the School Education and Literacy, has basically come up the report in which it has identified, it has assessed the status of education in both districts and the states. The previous report was for the districts and now we are covering the states part. Okay. जब बात करते हैं स्टेट्स की, तो कितनी स्टेट्स हैं जिन्होंने अचीव किया है दक्ष ग्रेड इन द स्कूल एजुकेशन? लेट मी टेल यू वंस अगेन, द स्टेट्स आर आल्सो बीइंग डिवाइडेड अक्रॉस 10 grades under the this particular report, that is the performance grading index 2.0. okay, so कितने district, कितने states हैं यहाँ पर in this part? Basically once again there is not a single state which has got its name under the daksh grade under this particular part. Absolutely right. Moving on to the next question, guys. So let me tell you that this particular report assesses the states, the status of education in the states across some kind of domains. You are required to identify कि यहाँ पर वो कौन सा domain है जिसके अक्रॉस इसको असेस नहीं किया जाता है, जिसके अक्रॉस इन स्टेट्स को असेस नहीं किया जाता. कैन यू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्ट? द लर्निंग आउटकम, एक्सेस, इक्वालिटी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड फैसिलिटीज एंड द गवर्नेंस प्रोसेस एंड द टीचर्स एजुकेशन. व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? What exactly is the right answer here? So basically option C, equality. Basically it is equity and not the equality. Okay, it is the equity and not the equality which is the right answer. Option C is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, guys. Next question is on the report, the burden of disease attributable to unsafe drinking water, sanitation and hygiene. Absolutely right. I can see the last question, it was equity and not the equality, which was the right part. We have discussed all other parameters, all other domains. Now let's move on to the next question. The report, burden of disease attributable to unsafe drinking water, sanitation and hygiene. So as per the report, the deaths among the children under the age of 5 in 2019 due to unsafe drinking water was dash. What exactly was the number of children who have lost their lives due to the inadequate availability of the unsafe drinking water, sanitation and hygiene. What is that number? That number is 3,95,000, which is the right answer. Can anybody tell me the organization which has come up with this report? कौन सी organization है जिसने इस report को release किया है? See my dear friends, we are talking about the health. We are talking about health. So what is the name of that organization which will be working for the betterment of health across the world? That is the World Health Organization. Absolutely right. WHO is the right answer. So 3,95,000 children have lost their lives due to the unsafe drinking water, sanitation and hygiene. Let's move on to the next question. Agla question. So please tell me the name of the organization which has released this report. Save the Children, Conservation International, UNICEF, World Water Council or International Water Association. What is the right answer? So my dear friends, it is basically option C, that is UNICEF. So UNICEF along with the WHO, they have released this particular report. ठीक है, हमने बात की थी किसकी? About this particular part. ठीक है? Absolutely right. This is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. So progress on household drinking water, sanitation and hygiene. तो इससे पहले जो हमने रिपोर्ट पढ़ी थी, basically that report was that inadequate unsafe sanitation, hygiene and sanitation. Okay, but यहाँ पर एक दूसरी रिपोर्ट है कि हमें उससे पता चलता है कि हमें कुछ ना कुछ measures लेने चाहिए in order to provide the quality and safe drinking water, hygiene and sanitation to the people. And that is why, my dear friends, we have released another report, progress on household drinking water, sanitation and hygiene. तो इसके अकॉर्डिंग जो हाउसहोल्ड एक्सेस था टू सेफली मैनेज ड्रिंकिंग वाटर, वो इंक्रीज हुआ है 69% से. कितना हुआ है ये आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है चैट बॉक्स के अंदर. Please quickly tell me what is that percentage. That percentage is 73%. So it has increased from 69% to 73%. Absolutely, this is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. So my dear friends, अभी तक हमने क्या पढ़ा? अभी तक हमने पढ़ा कि पहले तो inadequate, unsafe drinking water था. उसके बाद हमने पढ़ा कि क्यों ना कुछ steps लिए जाएं और progress की जाए उसके अंदर. That is by making some steps, adequate steps in order to provide the drinking water. Now when I talk about the India, in India, my dear friends, there is a kind of a mission which has been launched by the government of India in order to provide the tap water to the households. So my dear friends, the question is on the same, that when we have just come up with such kind of mission, what exactly has happened? It has basically also lead to the employment opportunities for the people, and that is why the report is estimating potential health gains from increased access to the safely managed drinking water services following the Jal Jeevan mission. And after the implementation of Jal Jeevan mission, let me tell you that we were able to avert some deaths which are related to the diarrheal diseases. And you have to identify that how many deaths we have averted, how many people, how many children have been saved, how many children's lives have been saved from the diarrheal disease death. What is the right answer? The right answer here is basically 4 lakh deaths have been averted due to the diarrheal disease deaths. Absolutely right. This is the right answer. I can see here that here Rachna, Swati, Sushmita, Sanika, Zani, Brijesh, Swati, Roja, all the people have given me the right answer. That is 4 lakh. Absolutely, this is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. So as per this report, almost dash amount of the disability adjusted life years from the diarrheal disease deaths were estimated to be averted, resulting in estimated cost saving of up to dash. See guys, अगर हमने यहाँ पर 4 लाख बच्चों की जान बचाई है, उससे हमने यहाँ पर उनकी लाइफ को सेव किया है, तो उससे हमने कुछ ना कुछ इकोनॉमिक कॉस्ट को भी सेव किया ही होगा. So what exactly that cost is, what exactly that disability adjusted life years that we have almost averted, what is that? Basically it was 14 million dailies, that is the disability adjusted life years, and $101 million that we have saved in this particular part with the help of launching the Jal Jeevan mission. And I can see here all the people are giving me the right answer. Let's move on to the next question, guys. So the question is on the 2023 UN AIDS Global AIDS Update, the path that ends AIDS. And this report has been released by the United Nations program on the HIV and AIDS. And the question is basically on the similar lines. The question is, what exactly is the number of people on the antiretroviral treatment worldwide? See, it has basically increased from 7.7 million to dash in the 2022. In 2010, the number was 7.7 million. In the question itself, it has been said that it has basically increased by 4 times. So what will be the right answer to the question number 100? What is the right answer? Absolutely, my dear friend, the right answer is option D, that is 29.8 million. 29.8 million हो गया वो नंबर, 7.7 से बढ़कर 29.8 million पे जा पहुंचा है. Absolutely. Moving on to the next question. So consider the following statements and identify the correct statement as per this UN AIDS Global AIDS Update. Once again, please go through these statements and tell me the right answer. Absolutely, Sanika, you can just calculate. See, that's where the common sense applies. As in the question itself, it has been given that it will be a 4-time increase. Okay, so यहाँ पर बढ़ते हैं next question की statement के ऊपर. So about 9.2 million people living with HIV could not access HIV treatment worldwide in 2022. New HIV infections had been cut by 90% since its peak in 1995. The global target of the people receiving HIV treatment by 2025 was 40 million. So what is the right answer? Which statement is correct here? Can anybody tell me to the question number 101? What is it? So I can see here all the people are opting option A is the right answer. That is only statement A is correct. Okay, let's try to make the statement B and C as well. Let's discuss them and let's make them correct. So my dear friends, quickly tell me what exactly will replace. Which value will be replaced and how exactly we can make this statement correct. The statement B states new HIV infections had been cut by 90% since its peak in the 1995. Can anybody tell me what should be the right part? So we can replace this value by 59% and then this particular value will become absolutely right. Absolutely, I can see here Brijesh, Ishita, Riya, all the people are saying 59% is the right answer. Everybody has given me the right answer. Now moving on to the next question. The global target of the people receiving HIV treatment by 2025 is 40 million. So how can we make this particular part correct? कैसे हम इस statement को correct कर सकते हैं? Basically, it is not 40 million, it is 35 million. And that is why the statement C was also incorrect and the right answer here is option A. So only option A is the right part. Moving on to the next question, guys. So the number of AIDS-related deaths among the children was reduced by 64% in 2010-2022. The HIV pandemic still claimed the lives of approximately dash children in 2022. See my dear friends, अगर हमने देखा है कि AIDS-related deaths को हमने children के अंदर reduce किया है 64% से, बट स्टिल जो HIV पैंडेमिक है उसने कितनी लाइव्स ली हैं अप्रोक्सीमेटली चिल्ड्रन की 2022 के अंदर. ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर लाइन द क्वेश्चन हैज बीन आस्क्ड. So the question number 102, it is 84,000 children who have lost their life due to the HIV endemic. Absolutely right, option B, 84,000 is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. So the report on the world of debt, a growing burden to the global prosperity, July 2023. So my dear friends, if there is a child and that child has lost both his parents, the breadwinners of the family, what exactly will happen? That particular child has to take the debt, and if he is not able to repay the debt, he will move to the poverty. So the other question is basically on the same line, that is the world of debt, a growing burden to the global prosperity in 2023. So इस particular question के according, you have to tell me that what is the global public debt? What was the global public debt in year 2022? What was the global public debt in 2022? It was $92 trillion. $92 trillion is absolutely the right answer. Moving on to the next part, my dear friends. Now we are moving towards a very, very important report, and the name of the report is the Global Multidimensional Poverty Index. So Global Multidimensional Poverty Index was being released by the United Nations Development Program and the Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative. So इस report के according what you have to do, you have to go through the statements and tell me कि कौन सी statement incorrect है. Let's cover these statements one by one. Okay, statement 1 states 2005-6 के अंदर 645 million लोग थे जो कि multidimensional poverty के अंदर थे इंडिया के अंदर. 2015-16 के अंदर ये जो नंबर है डिक्लाइन हुआ 370 million पे, और 2019-2021 के अंदर ये जो नंबर है इंक्रीज हुआ to the 490 million. You have to identify the statement which is incorrect. So I can see most of the people are saying option D. So I'm marking option D as the right answer. But all of you are requested to tell me that what exactly, how exactly we can make the statement D right part. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर मुझे बताइए कि ऑप्शन जो C है, the statement C है, इसको हम ठीक कैसे कर सकते हैं? Absolutely right, only C is the right answer, which is incorrect. So what is the right value for the 490 million? It is 230 million. Absolutely 230 million is the right answer. So please mark कीजिए इन questions को, please mark कीजिए. Let me tell you that in the last year there was a question on the National Multidimensional Poverty Index, which is being launched by the Niti Aayog. And this year, as this report has been released in the month of July, so this question can be asked in the exam as well. Okay. So moving on to the next part. So here the next question on the same report. You have to go through the statements and identify the incorrect statement. Pehli statement states that nearly 2/3 of all the poor people, that is 730 million people, live in the low income countries. Middle income countries constitutes 10% of the population, that is 387 million people. Children under the age of 18 accounts for half of the MPI poor people, that is 566 million. So in this question, you have to identify the statement which is incorrect here. So please identify the incorrect statement from this particular report. कौन सी statement incorrect है? So here, my dear friends, absolutely right. The right answer is option B, that is both A and B are incorrect. So let's try to make these statements correct here. Statement A states that 2/3 of all the poor people live in the low income countries. Basically, the number of people who are living in the low income countries, they are not 730 million people, they are basically 387 million people. When I talk about the middle income countries, so basically they constitute 10% of the population, but they are not the 387 million people, they are 730 million people. Okay, and that is why the values have been swapped again, and the right answer here is basically option C is the absolutely correct statement, and both A and B are incorrect part. So here, my dear friends, option B is the right answer. All the people have given me the right answer. So I believe that this report is clear to all of you. So now the question is for all of you, that please tell me that what are the dimensions? What are the dimensions across which this particular report has assessed the poverty across the world? Can you guys tell me that what exactly is the right part? What are the 3 dimensions across which this particular report is being assessed? ये जो report identify करती है, measure करती है poverty को, तो वो कौन सी 3 dimensions है जिनके against ये करती है? Can you tell me the right part? So these are basically the 3 dimensions are health, education, and the standard of living. And let me tell you that total number of indicators which are being used in order to assess the poverty are 10 indicators. Okay, the 10 indicators are the one which are being used under as a part of these 3 dimensions in order to assess the poverty across the world. And I can see here that all the people are giving me the right answer. Ishita, Mayank, Zeni, Mayank, Dharni, Mayank, Richie Rich, all the people have given me the right answer. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. The question is on the global multidimensional poverty index. So India के अंदर you have to tell me that how many poor people have moved out of poverty from 2005-6 to 19 to 2021 with the incidence. जब हम बात करते हैं poverty incidence, it has fallen from 55.1% to -% in 2019-2021. So what exactly these numbers are? What exactly is the number of people, poor people, moved out of the poverty in India from this particular period? What is that number? That is 415 million and 16.4%. So this is the right answer. Absolutely, my dear friends, option A is the right answer, 415 million and the 16.4%. Absolutely, this is the right part. Let's move on to the next part. Before that, you can see here that 415 million people have moved out of the poverty. अगर हम बात करते हैं इंडिया की, तो number of people who are living in the poverty, you can see here 645 million people earlier, then 370 million in 2015 to 2016, and 230 million people in 2019 to 2021. That was the data on which the question was being framed in the previous question. Okay, that we have identified the correct part. बढ़ते अगले question की तरफ. In this question, you have to identify the number of poor people out of the 6.1 billion people who are living in the acute multidimensional poverty across 110 countries. Across 110 countries, what exactly is the number of such kind of people? 1.2, 1.3, 1.1, 1.4, 2.1 billion. What is the name? What exactly is the number of such kind of people who are living in this acute multidimensional poverty? So these are 1.1 billion people. Absolutely right. This is the right part. 1.1 billion people is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, guys. Agla question is basically on the parameters as well, and also on the key findings of the index. See, my dear friends, as I told you that where today in this particular part, in this particular point of time, we are covering the global multidimensional poverty index, and the next question here is basically a question which is also the multidimensional in nature. As you can see here, the first statement states that the global multidimensional poverty index has 4 dimensions and 11 indicators. I've already told you that there are 3 dimensions and 10 indicators. Statement B states that according to the finding, the poverty rate था children का वो 27.7% था, while adults का था 13.4%. asset is not one of the indicator in the global MPI is based. So my dear friends, अगर हम बात करते हैं assets की, asset एक indicator है under the standard of living dimension, that is why statement C is also incorrect. So what is the right answer? Option B, that is both A and C are incorrect, and option B, that is statement B, is absolutely the right part. So 108 question, the right answer is option B, that is both A and C. Absolutely, this is the right answer. बढ़ते अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. I have already given you the right answer to this question. The question is on the National Multidimensional Poverty Index, a progress review 2023, and this report was being released by Niti Aayog. I have already told you option C is the right answer. बढ़ते अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. So अगला क्वेश्चन is basically on the findings of the National Multidimensional Poverty Index. You have to go through the statements and identify the incorrect statement. First statement states India's multidimensional poverty rate was 24.85% in 15-16. इंडिया का जो मल्टी डायमेंशनल पॉवर्टी रेट है इट फर्दर इंक्रीज टू 34.96 इन द 2019-2021 एंड द रिपोर्ट ने क्लेम किया कि 13.5 करोड़ पीपल ऐसे थे जो कि ऐड हुए हैं मल्टी डायमेंशनल पॉवर्टी में ड्यूरिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर पीरियड. यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द स्टेटमेंट व्हिच इज इनकरेक्ट. तो कौन सी स्टेटमेंट इनकरेक्ट है यहां पर? ओनली ए, ओनली बी, बोथ ए एंड बी, बोथ बी एंड सी, और ओनली सी? व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? सो रोहित, निरंजन, धारनी, सलोनी, रिया, ऑल द पीपल आर सेइंग दैट इट इज statement number, it is the right answer is option D, that is both B and C. Absolutely right, both B and C are incorrect. So can we make these statements correct here? Statement B states that the India का multidimensional poverty rate increase हुआ है to 34.96, but my dear friends, it has basically got decreased to what percent? What is the right answer? It is 14.96%. Absolutely right. जब हम बात करते हैं कि 13.5 करोड़ पीपल दे वर एडेड टू द मल्टी डायमेंशनल पॉवर्टी, बट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, एज पर दिस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट दे वर मूव्ड आउट ऑफ द पॉवर्टी, and that is why the statement number C is also incorrect, and the right answer here is basically option D, that is both B and C. Moving on to the next question. Question on the same particular report, you have to identify the correct statement from this part. So which one of the following statements are correct? The very first statement states that Bihar has registered the largest decline in the number of poor with 3.43 crore people. अगर हम बात करते हैं सबसे ज्यादा लोग मल्टी डायमेंशनल पुअर लोग कौन सी स्टेट थी जहां पे सबसे ज्यादा लोग पॉवर्टी से बाहर निकले हैं? That was the Uttar Pradesh and not the Bihar. So statement A is absolutely incorrect. Statement B states that Kerala has the least number of people facing multidimensional poverty in the state. See my dear friends, I always tell you that you are required to cover the top performer as well as the worst performer. तो top performer में कौन सा हुआ जिसके यहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा जो multidimensional poverty थी जो reduce हुई है? What is the right answer in that particular dimension? That is the UP. तो statement A incorrect थी. स्टेटमेंट बी कहती है कि वो कौन सी स्टेट है जहां पर सबसे कम लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि मल्टी डायमेंशनल पॉवर्टी में रहते हैं, एंड एब्सोल्युटली राइट, इट इज अ केरला. थर्ड स्टेटमेंट स्टेट दैट बिहार ने टॉप के चार्ट के अंदर जहां पर मल्टी डायमेंशनल पुअर पीपल हाई हैं, सबसे ज्यादा हैं. सो व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? एब्सोल्युटली बोथ स्टेटमेंट बी एंड सी आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. ओके, स्टेटमेंट बी एंड सी आर करेक्ट. स्टेटमेंट ए इज एब्सोल्युटली इनकरेक्ट, जहां पर वी कैन रिप्लेस बिहार विद उत्तर प्रदेश एंड इट विल बी बिकम करेक्ट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर मल्टी डायमेंशनल पॉवर्टी इंडेक्स. ठीक है, सो बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. बट बिफोर मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, वन क्वेश्चन दैट आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क यू. प्लीज टेल मी व्हाट आर द नंबर ऑफ डायमेंशंस and what are the number of indicators that are being used to assess the poverty, which has been used by the Niti Aayog under the National Multidimensional Poverty Index. Can you tell me what is the right answer? How many dimensions and how many indicators are there under the National Multidimensional Poverty Index? Please quickly tell me question number 111. What is the number of dimensions and indicators under the National Poverty Index? National Multidimensional Poverty Index, basically it uses 3 dimensions and there are 12 indicators. Okay, in the global multidimensional poverty index there were 3 dimensions, that is the health, education and the standard of living, and those 3 indicators, those 3 dimensions were having 10 indicators in the global multidimensional poverty index. But when I talk about the national multidimensional poverty index, what is the difference? The difference is basically there are 12 indicators in the national multidimensional poverty index. Can you tell me the name of those 2 indicators which are additional in the national multidimensional poverty index? Absolutely right, these are maternal health in the dimension of health, and it was the bank account in the dimension of standard of living. Okay, So this is the right part. Absolutely right, my dear friends. You have given me absolutely the right answer. That is the maternal health and the bank account. Absolutely, this is the right part. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. Next question is basically on the export performance index. ठीक है, अगला क्वेश्चन आता है आपका इस रिपोर्ट से. आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है वो कौन सा पिलर है which is not being used by the index in order to evaluate the performance of the states and across the 4 pillars. So which one of the following is not the part? So वाबी साबी basically we are covering the reports and this is from the last 3 months. तो जितने भी आपकी important reports we will be covering in this particular session, so do not worry about it. And let me tell you, my dear friends, that total we are having today 157 questions. We are on the 112th question. Okay. After that, 45 questions more are left. So now please quickly tell me which one of the following are not the pillar which is being used by the index to assess evaluate the performance of the states. So here policy, time delay, business ecosystems, export ecosystem and the export performance. What is the right answer? It is option B, that is time delay. Time delay is the right answer. Absolutely, time delay is the right answer. So now let's move on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन बेसिकली ये जो एक्सपोर्ट परफॉर्मेंस इंडेक्स था, इट इज बीइंग लॉन्च्ड बाय द नीति आयोग. आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि कौन सी स्टेटमेंट है जो कि करेक्ट है विद रिगार्ड टू द रैंकिंग्स अंडर द एक्सपोर्ट परफॉर्मेंस इंडेक्स. तो एक्सपोर्ट परफॉर्मेंस इंडेक्स की रैंकिंग्स यहां पर मेंशन्ड है. यू हैव टू गो थ्रू द स्टेटमेंट्स, आइडेंटिफाई द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट स्टेट्स दैट तमिलनाडु वाज द ओवरऑल टॉप परफॉर्मर विद अ स्कोर ऑफ 80.89 व्हिच इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट. ऑप्शन बी स्टेट्स गुजरात ने टॉप किया लैंडलॉक्ड कैटेगरी में, बट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स इट वाज हरियाणा which has topped in the landlocked category. Himachal Pradesh has topped in the Himalayan state category, but it was Uttarakhand which has topped in the Himalayan states. And Delhi has topped in the UT or small state category. Once again it is incorrect because Goa was the one which has topped in this particular part. And absolutely, my dear friends, the right answer will be what? The right answer is option A, that is only statement A is correct. So only statement A is the correct part. Tamil Nadu has topped the overall rankings with a score of 80.89. That is the right answer. Now question for all of you. Please tell me what is the name of the organization which has released the Export Performance Index. ये जो एक्सपोर्ट प्रिपेयर्डनेस इंडेक्स है, इस रिपोर्ट को कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रिलीज करती है? कैन एनीबडी टेल मी दैट? व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? The name of that organization is Niti Aayog. Absolutely right. Niti Aayog is the right part. Can you tell me the name of the overall topper of the Export Performance Index? The Export Performance Index was topped by which state? It was topped by Tamil Nadu. Absolutely, Tamil Nadu is the right answer. Okay, so that's how we are really required to cover such kind of reports. So my dear friends, let's move on to the next part. So अगला report is on the Fostering Sustainable Growth and Economic Diversification report. तो ये जो रिपोर्ट है इसको रिलीज किया था वर्ल्ड बैंक एंड द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन द्वारा. एंड द क्वेश्चन इज, इंडिया ने अपना डबल किया है शेयर फॉर द ग्लोबल कमर्शियल सर्विसेज एक्सपोर्ट्स. व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज दैट नंबर? इट वाज 2005 के अंदर इट वाज 2%. एंड व्हाट इज द नंबर इन 2022? द नंबर वाज 4.4% इन ईयर 2022. सो 2.2% से इंडिया ने इंक्रीज किया है टू द 4.4%. Can you tell me the name of other country which has also almost doubled its share of the global commercial services exports? Can you tell me the right answer? Can you tell me the name of that particular country which has also doubled it? Apart from India, it was China. Apart from India, it was the China which was on the top. Absolutely, my dear friend, this is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. Agla question on the global survey on digital and sustainable trade facilitation, which was released by the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia Pacific. You have to consider the following findings and identify the correct statement. Okay, so India has an impressive score of 93.55% in 2023. Absolutely right. India has achieved a perfect score of 100% in the 5 key indicators. Let me tell you, my dear friends, it was basically in the 4 key indicators in which India has scored 100%. Option C states that India has scored 77.8% in 2023 for the women in the trade facilitation indicator. So what is exactly is the right answer? कौन सी statements correct है यहाँ पर? Absolutely, both A and C are correct. I have told you that why exactly statement B is incorrect, because there were only 4 indicators and not the 5 indicators in which India has got the perfect score. Moving on to the next question. The question is on the World Investment Report, you have to tell me that what exactly was the FDI in developing countries in Asia in 2022. तो 2022 के अंदर जो टोटल नंबर ऑफ FDI है, what exactly was the amount of FDI in developing countries in Asia? So that particular part is $662 billion. Option B is the right answer. Absolutely, option B is the right answer. So my dear friends, when I talk about this particular part, can you tell me the name of the country which was on the top in terms of FDI inflow? FDI inflow की term में वो कौन सी country है which was on the top? So the country which was on the top in the FDI inflow was USA. Absolutely right. USA is the right answer. Can you tell me what was India's position in this part? इंडिया की पोजीशन क्या थी इसके अंदर? India's position in terms of FDI inflow. India's position was 8th. India was ranked 8th in this particular report. Absolutely, this is the right part. India's position was 8th in this particular report. So I can see all the people are giving me the right answer. So now, my dear friends, let's move on to the next question. In the next question, you are required to go through the paragraph. Please read out the paragraph quickly. The projected growth rate of dash for India in 2023, which is a 0.2 percentage point upward revision compared with the April projection. So with the paragraph, we can identify that yes, it is talking about some kind of projections which are there, and according to the report, the global growth is projected to fall from an estimated 3.5% in 2022 to -% in 2023 and 24. तो यहाँ से हम क्या पता लगा सकते हैं कि जो ग्लोबल ग्रोथ रेट थी 22 के अंदर it was 3.5%. Okay, and it is basically reduced to a certain extent in both 2023 and 2024. That means the values for 23 and 24 are absolutely the same. ठीक है, तो while the forecast for the 23 is modestly higher than predicted in the April 2023 dash report, which remains weak by historical standards. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना होगा कि रिपोर्ट कौन सी है और इसके अंदर जो ग्लोबल ग्रोथ प्रोजेक्शंस दी गई हैं व्हाट एग्जैक्टली दीज आर. ठीक है, तो वेरी फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू इज दैट व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन which has released this particular report. So my dear friends, let me tell you that this report which is asking about is, can anybody tell me what is the name of the report? My dear friends, can you identify the name of the report? What exactly is the report? Let me tell you, it is that report which has been released by the International Monetary Fund, and it is the World Economic Outlook. Absolutely right, World Economic Outlook is the right answer. So here option D is the right answer, IMF. Moving on to the next question. According to this report released in the July 2023, dash stands for the projected growth rate for India 2023-24. What is the value of Y? Let me tell you, my dear friends, that these kind of questions are being asked in the mains exam. But with this part, we are making sure that yes, you are also prepared for such kind of questions. If such kind of surprise is being there in the exam, that such kind of questions are being asked, then you are already having a practice of answering such kind of questions. Okay, so what is the right answer here? What exactly Y for the projected growth rate for India 23-24? It is 6.1%. Absolutely right, option D, 6.1% is the right answer. Next question. So as per the report, the Z stands for the projected global growth rate for 23 and 24. What is the value of Z? So what is the value of Z here? Let me tell you that it was 3.5% for year 2022, and it was for 2023 and 24. It was absolutely the same. What the number is? It is 3%. That is option A, 3% is the right answer. Absolutely right, my dear friends. Option A, 3% is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. So as per the report, what was the global growth rate? What is the growth rate for emerging markets, developing economies for year 23-24? तो 23-24 ईयर के लिए वो क्या थी हमारी ग्रोथ रेट फॉर द emerging market development economies? It was 4%. 4% is the right answer. Option A, 4% is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. अगले क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट रिपोर्ट, दैट इज द इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर माइग्रेशन, जिसने रिलीज किया है रिपोर्ट फ्रॉम एविडेंस टू एक्शन 20 इयर्स ऑफ IOM चाइल्ड ट्रैफिकिंग डेटा. तो एज पर द रिपोर्ट यू हैव टू गो थ्रू द पॉइंट्स एंड टेल मी व्हिच स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट हियर. ठीक है, सो यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. ऑप्शन ए स्टेट द रिपोर्ट हैज नोटेड दैट नो एज रेंज इज immune to the child trafficking. Next part states that child victims range from 0 to 18 years old. And the third statement states that most of the victims of the child trafficking were being trafficked for forced labor and mainly were the boys. So my dear friends, can you tell me what is the right answer? Which of the following statements are correct? So I can see here the people are going with option A, that statement number A is absolutely right, and that is right. Option A is the correct part. Can you guys tell me that how exactly we can make the option B correct? It states that the statement B, child victims range were 0 to 18 years. Basically, it was 0 to 17 years. Okay, that is why the statement number B is absolutely incorrect. Third statement states that the child victims of the trafficking, 90% were being trafficked for forced labor. Can you tell me what was the right percentage? Can you guys tell me what was the right percentage for this? Most of the child victims of trafficking, they were not 90%, they were 43.4%. And that is why the statement says incorrect. And the right answer here is only option A is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. Agla question is basically on the same report, and you have to tell me, according to the report, what is the percentage of the child victims which were female and how many child victims were male? So please quickly tell me what is the percentage. 60.5 and 45.6, 50 and 40%, 57.4 and 42.6%, 55.4, 43.6, and 44.8 to 55.6%. What is the right answer? What exactly is that number? It is 57.4% and 42.6% is the right answer. Okay, absolutely right. This is the right part. So 57.4% of the child victims were female and 42.6 were the male. Okay, so that really shows that female child victims were higher than the males. So in the exam, if the such kind of question will be asked, you are really required to remember that yes, child victims were higher as compared to the female victims were higher as compared to the male victims. Moving on to the next question. So once again, the three statements are being given. You are required to identify the incorrect statement. Okay, so the first statement states that the sexual exploitation, including through prostitution, pornography, and sexual servitude, it is prominent, affecting 50% of the trafficked children, predominantly girls. Statement B states child victims reported being exploited in the domestic work, that is 19.5%. Statement C states that the child victims which are reported being exploited in begging were 20.2%. Okay, statement A, B, and C. So please tell me which statement is incorrect here. So here most of the people are saying option C, some are going with option E. तो कौन सा option lock किया जाए? Option C or option E? So option C or option E, which one is the right part? So people are saying option E, absolutely right. It is the right answer. So how can we make all these statements correct here? Can you tell me, my dear friends, how can we make all these statements correct? So the right answer is basically when I talk about the statement A, it states that the sexual exploitation basically was prominent, affecting 50% of the trafficked children, predominantly the girls. It was not the 50%, it was basically 20% only. And that is why the statement A is incorrect. Statement B states that the child victims reported being exploited in the domestic work, they were 19.5%. But my dear friends, as per the report, it was 14.5%. Okay, and as per the report, the child victims reported being exploited in the begging. जो begging के अंदर वो child victims थे, they were not 20.2%, they were 10.2%. So that is why the statement A, B, and C are correct, are incorrect, and now we have make all of them correct. I can see here Ria, Roja, Richie Rich, Saloni, Roja, all the people have given me absolutely the right information to make these statements correct as per the report. Absolutely right. This is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. Agla question is on the report, that is the twin indices on women's empowerment and the gender equality. So my dear friends, first of all, tell me the name of the organization which has released this report. The report here is the twin indices on women's empowerment and the gender equality. Can you tell me the right answer? The name of the body. See guys, we are talking about the women. So the body which will be releasing the report for women is the United Nations Women only. Okay, so UN Women is the right answer. Absolutely, UN Women is the right answer. So we can see here that the twin indices on women's empowerment and gender equality, UN Women is the right answer. Now my dear friends, another report is coming to my mind, and the question for all of you is that we have already heard and we have already covered in the previous sessions that report, that is the Global Gender Gap Report. Okay, the Global Gender Gap Report, कोई मुझे बता सकता है कि what is the name of the organization which has released this report? the global gender gap report. As we are covering the report which is on the women's empowerment, can you tell me the report which was being released? ग्लोबल जेंडर गैप रिपोर्ट को रिलीज किया था कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने? इट वाज रिलीज बाय द वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम. ओके, सो वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम हैज कम अप विद दिस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट, दैट इज द ग्लोबल जेंडर गैप रिपोर्ट. नाउ माय डियर फ्रेंड, द क्वेश्चन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू इज दैट कैन यू टेल मी दैट हाउ मेनी कंट्रीज, okay, please quickly tell me which was the top performing country as per the global gender gap report. कौन सी कंट्री थी जो कि टॉप पे थी इन द ग्लोबल जेंडर गैप रिपोर्ट? इट वाज आइसलैंड. Iceland was on the top with a score of 91.2%. Okay, so my dear friends, if I can say that yes, in अगर हम बात करते हैं ग्लोबल जेंडर गैप रिपोर्ट की, द टॉप परफॉर्मिंग कंट्री वाज बेसिकली आइसलैंड, जिसका स्कोर था 91.2%. So that means that there was no country which has achieved the score of 100%. And if a country has achieved the score of 100%, that means that it has achieved the gender parity. But as no other country has achieved the 100%, as the highest performer was the Iceland with the 91.2%, that shows that there was no country in the world which has achieved the gender parity. Let me tell you that why exactly I'm discussing this question. The reason behind that is in the RBI Grade B Officer Phase 1 exam, this question was being asked across these lines only, and with this particular part we have covered all the important information about this report. Absolutely, my dear friend, this is absolutely the right answer. There was no other country which has achieved the 100% in the score of the global gender gap report, or I can say the gender parity. Okay, तो कोई country नहीं है जिसने achieve किया gender parity. We have already covered that part as well in the earlier reports as well. अब बढ़ते हैं अगले question की तरफ. In this question you have to tell me that what is the percentage of women who are living globally with the high women empowerment and the gender parity. ऐसी कितनी percentage of women है जो कि इस particular situation में रह रही हैं? What is that particular number? That number is 1%. 1% of the women globally are living in the countries with the high women empowerment and the gender parity. And here option D, 1% is the right answer. Absolutely right, 1% is the right answer. Next question. So how many countries have achieved high women empowerment while maintaining a large gender gap? So my dear friends, we have just covered कि इसने कितनी countries है जिन्होंने gender parity को achieve किया है. The right answer was no country. And here the question is कितनी countries है जिन्होंने achieve किया है high women empowerment while maintaining a large gender gap? ऐसी कितनी countries हैं? Let me tell you that once again there is not a single country which is there, and the right answer is option A, that is none of such kind of countries there which has achieved the gender parity. Moving on to the next question. The question is on the management effectiveness evaluation of the Tiger Reserve's final report of the 5th cycle. So my dear friends, you have to identify first of all that what is the name of the organization which has released this report. We are talking about the effective evaluation of the Tiger Reserves. Okay, अगर हम बात करते हैं टाइगर रिजर्व्स, तो टाइगर रिजर्व्स में क्या किया जाता है? टाइगर्स की कंजर्वेशन की जाती है. तो अगर हम बात करते हैं टाइगर की कंजर्वेशन के लिए एक अथॉरिटी बनी है जो कि नेशनल लेवल पे काम करती है. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर अथॉरिटी व्हिच विल बी रिलीजिंग दिस रिपोर्ट? दैट इज द नेशनल टाइगर कंजर्वेशन अथॉरिटी, दैट इज NTCA. Okay guys, NTCA is the right answer. NTCA is the right answer to the option D to the question number 127. अब जैसा कि हमने बात करी है टाइगर रिजर्व्स की, हमने बात की थी 5th टाइगर सेंसस की. We have covered the 5th tiger census earlier. Can you tell me how many tiger reserves are there in India? As per the 5th tiger reserve, how many tiger reserves are there in India? As per the 5th tiger census, there are 53 tiger reserves. And my dear friends, on Monday when we were having the GA session, I have told you that recently 54th tiger reserve has been set up. 54th tiger reserve हमारा सेटअप हुआ था. क्या कोई मुझे बता सकता है in which state and what is the name of that tiger reserve? Let me tell you, it is the Dholpur Kurli Tiger Reserve, which is the 54th tiger reserve. Can you tell me the name of the state where it has been set up? Can you tell me? It was the Rajasthan. It was the Rajasthan where the 54th tiger reserve has been set up. And my dear friends, we have also covered that there is a state. Okay, can you tell me the name of the state which has got the maximum number of tigers in India? कौन सी स्टेट है जिसके अंदर सबसे ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ टाइगर्स हैं इंडिया के अंदर? The state which is having the maximum number of tigers in India is Madhya Pradesh. Let me tell you that Madhya Pradesh has got its 7th tiger reserve. Can you tell me what is the name of the 7th tiger reserve of Madhya Pradesh? What is the name of the 7th tiger reserve of Madhya Pradesh? It is Virangana Durgavati. Absolutely right. Virangana Durgavati is the right answer. Absolutely right. Rohit, Richirich, Nisha, Muskan, Saloni, Chandrasekhar, all of you have given me the right answer. Sridevi, Sushmita, all the people have given me the right answer. So my dear friends, these are some kind of additional details that we are required to cover from the exam point of view. Let's move on to the next question. The question is basically on, you have to tell me the name of the tiger reserve which has topped these 51 reserves जिनको evaluate किया था under this part. Satpura Tiger Reserve and Bandipur Tiger Reserve were on the 2nd and 3rd position. Can you tell me the name of the tiger reserve which was on the top? कौन सा टाइगर रिजर्व टॉप पे था? It was Periyar Tiger Reserve. Can anybody tell me the name of the state where Periyar Tiger Reserve is located? Please quickly tell me the state. The state in which the Periyar Tiger Reserve is located. In which state it is located? It is located in Indian state of Kerala. Absolutely right. Kerala is the right answer. So here we have covered another important part here from this particular report. Let's move on to the next question. So according to this report, India currently harbors almost -% of the world's tiger population. The world की wild tiger population है India के अंदर कितना percentage है? What is that particular percentage? So India is presently having the 75% of the world's tiger population, and that is absolutely the right part. World's tiger population, India is having the 75% of the total population of the world's wild tiger population. Next question. So my dear friends, अगला question, which of the following organization has released the Renewable Energy Statistics 23 report? बात हो रही है रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी स्टैटिस्टिक्स की. जैसा कि हमने बात की थी टाइगर रिजर्व के केस में, टाइगर कंजर्वेशन कौन करेगा? एक अथॉरिटी जो नेशनल लेवल पे काम करती है. अगर हम बात करते हैं रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी की, तो एक ऐसी रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के लिए काम करने की एक ऐसी एजेंसी बनाई गई है जो इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे काम करती है. सो व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? What will be the name of that agency? That is International Renewable Energy Agency. Option D is the right answer. Option D is the name of that particular body which has released this particular report. Let's move on to the next question. तो Renewable Energy Statistics 2023, इसके अकॉर्डिंग इंडिया बेसिकली कौन सी पोजीशन पे है in terms of the installed capacity of renewable energy? In terms of the installed capacity of renewable energy, India is on which position? India is on the 4th largest position. India is on the 4th position which is having the largest इंस्टॉल्ड रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी कैपेसिटी. कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने रिलीज किया इसको? इंटरनेशनल रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी एजेंसी. एब्सोल्युटली दिस इज द राइट पार्ट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अगला क्वेश्चन इज ऑन द माइग्रेशन इन इंडिया रिपोर्ट. सो दिस रिपोर्ट वाज इन द न्यूज. आपके सामने क्वेश्चन है जो माइग्रेशन रेट है इंडिया का, इट वाज 28.9%. You have to tell me that what exactly was the migration rate for the rural as well as the urban areas. Rural areas और urban areas के अंदर जो migration rate है वो कितना है? What exactly is the migration rate in rural and urban areas? In the rural areas, it is 26.5%. In the urban areas, it is 34.9%. So these are the migration for the rural and urban areas. If I ask you the question that what exactly is the migration for overall India, it is 28.9%. 28.9% is the right answer. Absolutely, my dear friend, this is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन इज ऑन द की फाइंडिंग्स ऑफ द रिपोर्ट. गो थ्रू द स्टेटमेंट्स एंड टेल मी व्हिच स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट विद रिगार्ड टू दिस रिपोर्ट. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन, टेम्परेरी विजिटर्स की बात हो रही है. टेम्परेरी विजिटर्स का कितना परसेंटेज था? इट स्टेट्स दैट इट वाज 0.17%. लेट मी टेल यू माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, इट वाज जस्ट 0.7%. दैट इज व्हाई स्टेटमेंट A is absolutely incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2 states that the among the males highest level of migration was 49.6% ड्यू टू द एम्प्लॉयमेंट रीजंस. मेल्स की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो उनका जो सबसे हाईएस्ट वो था माइग्रेशन, इट वाज ड्यू टू द एम्प्लॉयमेंट रीजंस, दैट वाज 49.6%. एंड व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट अमंग द फीमेल्स, जो हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ माइग्रेशन है, इट वाज ड्यू टू मैरिजेस, दैट इज 86.8%. लेट मी टेल यू माय डियर फ्रेंड दैट बोथ दीस स्टेटमेंट्स आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. सो राइट आंसर इज बेसिकली both 2 and 3, that is option C is the right answer. Statement A is incorrect. We have already discussed why it is incorrect part. Next question. Next question from the same report. The statements are being given. Identify the incorrect statement. So once again, you are required to identify the incorrect statement. Question number 134. Pehli statement. The data of the report is taken from the PLFS, Periodic Labor Force Survey. Let me tell you, my dear friend, just a few days back, PLFS report for this year has been launched, and let me tell you that I will be covering that PLFS report in the Maha Marathon session. So please make sure that you are attending that session as well. अगर हम बात करते हैं इस रिपोर्ट की once again, तो माइग्रेशन रेट जो था In the males, it stand at 10.7%, and the females, the migration rate stood at 47.9%. So what is the right answer? So my dear friends, quickly tell me what is the right answer to this question. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Let me tell you that all the statements are correct, and the right answer is option D, that is none of the above. As all the statements are right, there are no other statement which is incorrect under this particular part. Absolutely, this is the right part. So my dear friends, let's move on to the next question. Agla question is from the Global Tobacco Epidemic 23. ग्लोबल टोबैको एपिडेमिक 23, आपको बताना है वो कौन सी कंट्री है जो कि उन 4 कंट्रीज का पार्ट नहीं है विच आर इंप्लीमेंटिंग ऑल द रिकमेंडेड मेजर्स टू रिड्यूस द टोबैको स्मोकिंग. टोबैको स्मोकिंग को कम करने की बात हो रही है, तो आपके लिए क्वेश्चन है कि वो कौन सी कंट्री है विच इज नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ द 4 कंट्रीज विच आर इंप्लीमेंटिंग ऑल द रिकमेंडेड मेजर्स. Denmark, Netherlands, Mauritius, Brazil or Turkey. What is the right answer? It is Denmark, which is not implementing all the measures of this part, that is the Global Tobacco Epidemic 23. So my dear friend, the question arises, what is the name of the organization which releases this report? What is the name of that body which releases this report? See, what are we doing? We are basically doing the global tobacco epidemic. That means we are understanding that what is the negative impact of the usage of tobacco. So that means we are talking about the health. तो हेल्थ की अगर हम बात करेंगे तो वो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड काम करती है? एंड एब्सोल्युटली राइट, द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन व्हिच वर्क्स ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड इज द वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एब्सोल्युटली राइट. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. अगर हम बात करते हैं कि वो कौन से मेजर्स हैं जो कि WHO ने दिए हैं, दैट आर मेंट टू बी मेड, दैट आर मेंट टू बी इंप्लीमेंटेड बाय द कंट्रीज, these are the empower. So my dear friends, this empower, that is empower, that means there are 6 strategies which are there under this part. You are required to identify that which of the following is not one among them. So M stands for monitoring the tobacco use and the prevention policy. Let us discuss all of them in the detailed manner. So my dear friends, अगर हम बात करते हैं टोबैको को अगर हमें कम करना है तो सबसे पहले क्या करना होगा? We have to basically monitor the thing. तो हमें बेसिकली मॉनिटर करना पड़ेगा कि कितने लोग हैं जो टोबैको का यूज कर रहे हैं. ठीक है जी. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, जब हमने आइडेंटिफाई किया, मॉनिटर किया, तो हम क्यों मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं? सो दैट हम प्रोटेक्ट कर सके पीपल को. वी कैन प्रोटेक्ट द पीपल. दैट इज द पी इन द एम्पावर. द थर्ड पार्ट इज ओ, दैट इज जब हमने प्रोटेक्ट करने का सोचा तो व्हाट वी विल बी डूइंग, वी विल बी ऑफरिंग आवर हेल्प टू सच काइंड ऑफ पीपल हु आर इंडल्ज्ड इन द smoking activities, who are indulged in the tobacco consumption. So that is basically O stands for, that is offering the help. Agar still people are not able to understand and they are not able to basically quit the smoking, quit the tobacco consumption, what we will be doing? We will be warning them, those people, with the what exactly are the negative impacts of being indulged in such kind of activities. So here my dear friend, W stands for warn. Okay. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, अगर हमने वार्निंग भी दे दी है, वार्निंग के बाद भी अगर वो लोग नहीं मानते हैं तो हम क्या करेंगे? हम करेंगे उन चीजों का बैन, हम लगाएंगे, हम करेंगे एनफोर्स. वी विल एनफोर्स द बैन ऑन सच काइंड ऑफ टोबैको प्रोडक्ट्स. नाउ माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, द लास्ट पार्ट, अगर स्टिल लोग कंज्यूम करते हैं तो गवर्नमेंट जब भी किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को अगर हमें डिस्करेज करना है, किसी एक्टिविटी को डिस्करेज करना है, तो क्या करना होगा? वी हैव टू रेज द टैक्सेस. वी हैव टू रेज द टैक्सेस in order to basically demotivate the people in order to use the tobacco products. So my dear friends, here we have discovered all the empower strategies. So what is the right answer? W stands for waging war against the tobacco. That is absolutely incorrect. The right answer here is option D, that is waging war against the tobacco. What is the right answer? The right answer will be warning that is being given to such kind of people. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So please consider the following statements regarding the global tobacco epidemic and tell me कौन सी statement correct है. ठीक है. पहली statement says that the Bengaluru has got the special mention in the global tobacco report. Global tobacco epidemic report में बेंगलुरु को mention मिला है for its progress in implementing the state and national smoke free laws. Statement 2 states 75% of the cigarette packs carry health warnings. तो 75% जो सिगरेट पैक्स हैं वो हेल्थ वार्निंग्स को कंटेन करते हैं इंडिया के अंदर. लेट मी टेल यू माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, दिस नंबर इज 85%. 75% नहीं है, 85%. इंडिया इज रियली very proactively using this measure in order to demotivate the people, in order to discourage the people to use the tobacco products. जब अगर आपने भी या फिर आपके किसी नोन ने अगर कोई सिगरेट का पैकेट लिया होगा तो आप देखते होंगे 85% जो एरिया है उसका वो वार्निंग साइंस वहां पर मेंशन किए जाते हैं, ठीक है। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट द थर्ड स्टेटमेंट, countries that have adopted at least one empower measure has grown from 44 in 2007। ऐसी कंट्रीज जो कि एटलीस्ट एक एम्पावर मेजर को अडॉप्ट करके बैठी है वो 44 थी 2007 में, इट बिकेम 181 इन द 2022। बेसिकली दे आर नॉट 181 इन नेचर, देयर आर 151 इन द नंबर। सो व्हाट विल बी द राइट आंसर? तो कौन सी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है यहां पर? ओनली वन, दैट इज ऑप्शन ए इज द राइट आंसर। ओनली वन इज द राइट आंसर। Absolutely right, my dear friend. This is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is on the assessment of the employment potential of the Jal Jeevan Mission. So आपको बताना है कि वो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो रिलीज करती है इस रिपोर्ट को, जिसका नाम है Assessment of Employment Potential of the Jal Jeevan Mission. What is the name of that report? Let me tell you that the name of the body which releases this report is IIM Bangalore. IIM Bangalore is the right answer. Now a question for all of you. Can you tell me the name of the body which provides the technical support to the IIM Bangalore for releasing this report? Can anybody tell me the right answer? Can you tell me the name of that particular body which has given the technical support to the IIM Bangalore for the release of this report? It is, so I can see Rohit Saloni, they are giving me the right answer, that is International Labour Organization. Absolutely right, my dear friends. ILO is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. The question on the World Trade Statistical Review. तो वर्ल्ड ट्रेड स्टैटिस्टिकल रिव्यू नाम की रिपोर्ट है। इस रिपोर्ट को कौन सी बॉडी रिलीज करेगी? हम बात कर रहे हैं ट्रेड के स्टैटिस्टिकल रिव्यू की। ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन व्हिच रियली वर्क्स फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ द ट्रेड? ट्रेड के ऊपर वो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो काम करती है अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड? इट इज बेसिकली द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। सो ऑप्शन ए WTO इज द राइट आंसर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एज पर द रिपोर्ट वो कौन सी कंट्री है व्हिच डज नॉट फीचर इन द लिस्ट ऑफ टॉप 4 एक्सपोर्टर्स? So my dear friend, let me tell you that this report tells us about the findings about the world merchandise trade and the world commercial trade. Okay, so यहाँ पर आपके सामने क्वेश्चन है कि वो कौन सी कंट्री है which does not feature in the top 4 exporters in the world merchandise trade, and this country is France. So my dear friends, France is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, वो कौन सी कंट्री है जो फीचर नहीं करती है in the top 4 importers? अगर हम बात करते हैं इंपोर्टर्स की, तो इंपोर्टर्स की लिस्ट में कौन सी कंट्री है जो यहां पर जिसका नाम नहीं आता? द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर कंट्री इज ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज इंडिया। इंडिया इज द राइट आंसर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस, एज वी हैव कवर्ड दैट देयर आर बेसिकली एक्सपोर्टर्स एंड द इंपोर्टर्स इन बोथ द मर्चेंडाइज ट्रेड एज वेल एज द कमर्शियल सर्विसेज। सो दीज स्टेटमेंट्स आर बीइंग मेंशन्ड रिगार्डिंग द इंडियाज रैंक अक्रॉस दिस 4 कैटेगरीज। यू हैव टू टेल मी कि कौन सी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है यहां पे। तो पहली स्टेटमेंट, इट स्टेट्स दैट इन एक्सपोर्ट्स इंडिया की रैंक कितनी थी? 9th थी इन द वर्ल्ड मर्चेंडाइज ट्रेड 2022। एंड इन द इंपोर्ट्स व्हाट वाज इंडियाज रैंक? इंडियाज रैंक वाज 18th इन द वर्ल्ड मर्चेंडाइज ट्रेड 2022। इन द एक्सपोर्ट्स माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, इंडिया वाज रैंक्ड 7th इन द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड इन कमर्शियल सर्विसेज 2022, एंड इन द इंपोर्ट्स व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट वाज 9th इन द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड इन द कमर्शियल सर्विसेज 2022। So what is the right answer? So I can see here most of the people have found the right answer. Absolutely, it is option D, that is both 3 and 4 are correct. So what exactly is the incorrect part in the both 1 and 2? That means that their rank has been swapped. They have been interchanged with each other. Let me tell you, my dear friends, in the exports, my dear friends, if I talk about the exports part, you can see here that India has been ranked 9th, but it is 18th in the world merchandise trade 2022. In the imports part, India's rank was 9th in the world merchandise trade 2022, and that is why that particular statements are absolutely incorrect. The right answer is option D, that is both 3 and 4 are the right answer. Absolutely right, this is the right part. Moving on to the next question. अगला क्वेश्चन है 75th endemic birds of India survey. तो आपके सामने फिर से 3 स्टेटमेंट्स गिवन है, आपको बताना है कि कौन सी स्टेटमेंट है करेक्ट यहां पर एज पर द 75th endemic survey. So my dear friends, the first statement, it was released by the Bird Life International. Let me tell you that this particular report was being launched by the Zoological Survey of India. That means the statement 1 is absolutely incorrect. We have found the very first statement which is incorrect here. Second statement, publication points out that 85 bird species belongs to 11 different orders, 31 families and 55 genera. But my dear friends, as I told you that there are 75th endemic birds of India, तो आप यहीं से अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि 75 बर्ड्स हैं ऐसी जो कि बिलोंग करती है 11 डिफरेंट ऑर्डर्स, 31 फैमिलीज एंड द 55 genera. That is why statement 2 is once again incorrect part. Third statement states that according to the survey, 50% of the birds found in the India are endemic and they are not repeated in the other parts of the world. So what is the right part? Basically, my dear friends, these are not the 50%, these are just 5%. So here all the statements which are mentioned here are incorrect. Absolutely right. The right answer is option E, that is none of the above. So none of the above statement is correct and the right answer is option E, none of the above. Absolutely right. This is the right part. I can see here in the chat box all the people are giving me the right answer, that is it was Zoological Survey of India, 75 bird species and the 5% of the birds which are found in India, they are endemic in nature. Absolutely, this is the right part. Let's move on to the next question. So the question is basically you have to tell me India is home to dash a number of bird species which represents approximately dash percentage of the global bird diversity. So global bird diversity के अंदर अगर हम बात करते हैं तो basically कितनी birds है इंडिया के अंदर, bird species इंडिया के अंदर कितनी हैं और what exactly is the percentage? So basically India is home to 1353 bird species and India accounts 12.4% of the global bird diversity. That is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, my dear friends. So here in this question, you have to tell me, the question is on the report, the state of the food security and nutrition in the world. So the question is on the report, the state of food security and nutrition in the world, and you have to identify that which of the following organizations has not participated in the releasing of this report. See, whenever you are attempting any question, please make sure that you are very much versed with the what has been asked in the exam, what has been asked in the question. This question it is clearly saying that it has not participated in the release of the recently released report. Okay, so यहाँ पर क्या इस question का सही answer? The 5 options are being given, that is FAO, then we have IFAD, UNICEF, World Bank and the WFP. So one single organization which is not at all related to the world food, that is the World Bank. Option D is the right answer. So all these particular organizations are the part of it. There is another organization which is a part of this releasing bodies, that is the World Health Organizations. Okay, so WHO is also the right part. बढ़ते अगले question की तरफ. As per the report, अगर हम बात करते हैं global hunger की, जो impact कर रहा है approximately कुछ amount of population को, you have to tell me what is that amount of population which is being impacted by the global hunger. In 2022 that was 7.9% in the 2019. तो 7.9% था earlier and उससे कितना बढ़कर इंक्रीज हुआ है इन 2022? It increased from 7.9% to 9.2% in year 2022 and that is why this is the right part. Absolutely, my dear friends. Question number 146, the right answer is option A, that is 9.2%. Moving on to the next question. So as per the report, you have to basically go through these statements and see कि कौन सी statement correctly matched है. See, my dear friends, people in the world faced hunger in 2022. It is matched with that about 900 million people were there in the world which have faced hunger in 2022. तो इस तरीके से आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि कौन सी स्टेटमेंट करेक्टली मैच्ड है और कौन से इनकरेक्टली मैच्ड है. ठीक है, तो पहली स्टेटमेंट आपके सामने है that people in the world face hunger in 2022. ऐसे 900 million लोग हैं. The projected population will be chronically undernourished in 2030, that is 600 million people. Severely food insecure population in 2022 is 735 million people. So my dear friends, can you tell me what is the right answer? Please focus on this question. What exactly, which of the following statements are incorrectly matched here? So here I can see the people are saying that we are having different answers for such kind of question. So the right answer is both 1 and 3. Both 1 and 3 are incorrectly matched. Okay, if I talk about the statement number 2, it has been correctly matched. That अगर हम बात करते हैं chronically undernourished people, वो कितने होंगे? 600 million होंगे. अगर हम बात करते हैं कि severely food insecure population कितनी होगी, so that population will be 900 million. अगर हम बात करते हैं people in the world who have faced hunger in 2022, तो ऐसे टोटल कितने लोग हैं? There are 735 million. So basically the values have been swapped again and the right answer here is option D, that is both 1 and 3 are incorrectly matched. Absolutely, this is the right part. Absolutely. Let's move on to the next question, guys. Next question. So the state of the food security and nutrition in the world 2023, once again the question is on the correctly matched part. You are required to tell me कि कौन सी statements correctly matched है as per this report. As per the report, कौन सी statements यहाँ पर correctly matched हैं? In these 3 statements, very first statement states 148.1 million people under 5 children were wasted. 45 million were stunted and 5.6% were overweight. Let me tell you here that only one statement is being correctly matched, that is the statement number 3. As I talk about the statement number 1 and 2, when I talk about the number of children who were stunted, these were 148.1 million, and when I talk about the number of children who were wasted, तो जो students wasted हैं, जो children wasted हैं, वो कितने हैं? That is 45 million, that is 6.8%. And that is why, my dear friend, this statement number 1 and 2 are absolutely incorrectly matched, and the right answer is option D, that is only 3. Moving on to the next question. Question is on the report, that is State of the Education in Rural India 23 report. आपके सामने question है, you have to tell me that what is the total number of parents of the girls and the boys who want their children to educate to the graduation and above. तो कितने परसेंटेज जो पेरेंट्स है गर्ल्स के और कितने परसेंट है बॉयज के जो कि यहाँ पर चाहते हैं कि उनके बच्चे जो है ग्रेजुएशन या ऊपर से उसके ऊपर की पढ़ाई करें. सो व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? व्हाट इज दैट पर्टिकुलर परसेंटेज? व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द गर्ल्स इट इज 78% and for the boys it is 82%. And you can see here, my dear friend, that where exactly the gender gap exists. तो यहाँ पर ये चीज हमारे बेसिकली फाउंडेशन के अंदर ही है, ये जो जेंडर गैप एग्जिस्ट करता है. एंड दैट इज वी हैव सीन अनदर डिफरेंट नंबर ऑफ रिपोर्ट जहां पर ये मेंशन्ड है दैट देयर इज नो कंट्री व्हिच इज अचीव द जेंडर पैरिटी, एंड वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू अचीव द जेंडर पैरिटी until and unless we are having that kind of thinking in our minds. Okay, so we have to change our thinkings, and that's what this particular report indicates. Moving on to the next question. The questions from the same report, you have to go through the statements and tell me which statement is incorrect with respect to this report. The very first statement states that 35% of the male children dropped out of school during the primary schooling. The dropout rate at the primary schooling was higher for female children at nearly 25%. Nearly 75% of the boys and 65% of the girls dropped out of school after completing their primary school education. तो यहाँ पर 3 डिफरेंट चीजों पर दी गई है चीजें कि मेल्स के बारे में बताया गया कि मेल्स कितना ड्रॉप आउट करते हैं, फीमेल्स का ड्रॉप आउट रेट कितना है प्राइमरी स्कूलिंग से, और अगर हम बात करते हैं प्राइमरी स्कूलिंग की तो यहाँ पर कितने परसेंटेज ऑफ बॉयज हैं, कितने परसेंटेज ऑफ गर्ल्स हैं व्हिच हैव ड्रॉप्ड आउट ऑफ द स्कूल आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग द प्राइमरी स्कूलिंग. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द स्टेटमेंट व्हिच इज इनकरेक्ट हियर? So people are saying some people are going with option B, some are going with option C. Let us wait for others as well to tell me the right answer. Absolutely, my dear friends, it is option C, that is both A and B are incorrect. ये दोनों ही हमारे percentages incorrect हैं. Let me tell you that 25% of the male children, 25% of the male children are dropped out of the school during the primary schooling. And when I talk about the females, तो females basically it was the dropout rate जो था primary schooling में females का वो था 35%. सी आप यहां पर देख सकते हो A एंड B. अगर हम बहुत गौर से देखें इस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट को, यू कैन सी हियर दैट इट स्टेट्स कि इट वाज हायर फॉर फीमेल. ठीक है, इट वाज हायर फॉर फीमेल. अगर मेल का 35% दिया है, फीमेल का 25% दिया है, तो दैट मींस यहीं पर ये स्टेटमेंट कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट कर जाती है. ठीक है, तो यहां पर क्या होगा इसका क्वेश्चन का सही आंसर? दैट इज ऑप्शन सी, बोथ A एंड B आर इनकरेक्ट. मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस. अगला क्वेश्चन is on the report that is the 6th minor irrigation census. तो 6th minor irrigation census report है. अगले क्वेश्चन में आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का नाम जो रिलीज करती है इस रिपोर्ट को. इट इज अ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ जल शक्ति, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट, नीति आयोग, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरमेंट, फॉरेस्ट एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज एंड द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड फार्मर्स वेलफेयर. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द बॉडी व्हिच रिलीजेस दिस रिपोर्ट? इट वाज मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ जल शक्ति व्हिच हैज रिलीज्ड द 6th minor irrigation census. Absolutely right. Option A is the right answer. Next question. So once again from this report you have to go through the statements and tell me कि कौन सी statement है जो कि correctly matched है as per the report. So as per the 6th census, when I talk about the 23.14 million minor schemes were reported, which is absolutely right. 5th census की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो जितनी minor irrigation schemes report की गई थी, they were 21.7 million. When I talk about the highest share in the MI schemes, it was shallow tube wells. So can anybody tell me what is the right answer? I can see here that most of the people are going with option D. That is both 1 and 2 are correctly matched. And the people who have gone with option number D, let me tell you my dear friends, you can mark +1 in your blank paper, and yes, absolutely right, the right answer is option D. Can anybody tell me that how we can make this third statement correct? अगर हम बात करते हैं highest share in the MI schemes, it was not for the shallow tube wells, it was for the dug wells. and that is why the statement number 3 is absolutely incorrect, and the right answer is option D, that is both 1 and 2 are correctly matched. Next question is from the report, that is digital in health, unlocking value for everyone. So my dear friends, we are basically moving towards the last report of our today's session. So please quickly tell me what is the right answer. हम बात करते हैं digital in health, unlocking value for everyone. See guys, we are always telling you that yes, the report, जब भी कोई report आती है जहां पर health की बात होती है, when health is being there, so we always say that it will be WHO, but let me tell you that exceptions are always there. यहाँ पर बात हो रही है digital in health, unlocking value for everyone. ठीक है, तो यहां पर एक पर्टिकुलर एक्सेप्शन है, और एक्सेप्शन क्या है कि इस रिपोर्ट को वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने रिलीज नहीं किया है, बिकॉज इट हैज बीन रिलीज बाय द वर्ल्ड बैंक. ओके, सो प्लीज मेक श्योर, एक एक्सेप्शन है, याद रखिएगा. WHO इज द वन व्हिच हैज रिलीजेस दिस रिपोर्ट, that is, sorry, World Bank is the one which has released this report, that is the digital in health, unlocking value for everyone. Moving on to the next question. So as per the report, what exactly is the percentage? See, health systems worldwide use less than -% of the available health data to improve the patient outcomes. तो patient का outcomes है, उनको यहाँ पर impact करने के लिए, improve करने के लिए कितना % data है less than जो हम use कर रहे हैं? What is that part? So my dear friends, it is basically option D, that is 5%. Less than 5% data is being used here. So now a question for all of you. Can you tell me what is the investments which is being made by the World Bank in terms of the health infrastructure? तो हेल्थ के लिए वर्ल्ड बैंक ने कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट दिया है? क्या कोई मुझे बता सकता है चैट बॉक्स के अंदर? व्हाट इज दैट पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट व्हिच हैज बीन गिवन बाय द वर्ल्ड बैंक? दैट इज $4 billion. So this is the question which can be asked in the exam. Absolutely right, it is the $4 billion. So Vipin, Rohit, Rosa, Ajitesh, Sridevi, Niranjan, all the people have given me the right answer. Let's move on to the next question, my dear friends, and the next question is, so as per the report, basically this report proposes the 10 recommendations. See, 10 recommendation report देती है across the 3 priority areas for the government. क्या है ये 3 priority areas? These 3 priorities areas are prioritize, connect, and the scale. And my dear friends, as per these 3 priority areas, you have to tell me that which one of the following is not the recommendation which is being given under the 3 priority areas under this particular report which is being released by the World Bank. What is it? It is the leadership and partnership, local governance, digital infrastructure and the health information gaps, digital skills and the literacy, or the global and the regional collaboration. So what is exactly that particular part? Please quickly tell me in the chat box, my dear friends, what it is. I can see here that Rahul, Saloni, Sanika, Sushmita, Niranjan, they are opting the option B, and that is absolutely the right answer. Local governance is not the part of these 10 recommendations which are being given. Let me tell you, for the exam, the most important thing is these 3 priority areas, that is the prioritize, connect, and the scale. These are the most important things on which the questions can be asked in the exam. So my dear friends, I hope that this is clear to all of you. And now we are moving towards the last question of our today's session. And the last question, I want all of you to tell me in the right answer. So as per the report, अगर हम बात करते हैं इंडिया की, तो वर्ल्ड बैंक ने कितना सपोर्ट दिया है? सी, कितना परसेंटेज ऑफ द आंगनवाड़ी वर्कर्स हैव बीन सपोर्टेड, जिसको ये सपोर्ट दिया है वर्ल्ड बैंक ने टू यूज द डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी. क्योंकि हम बात किसकी कर रहे हैं? डिजिटल हेल्थ की बात कर रहे हैं. तो डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी के लिए कितने परसेंटेज ऑफ आंगनवाड़ी वर्कर्स को सपोर्ट किया गया है? एंड एब्सोल्युटली राइट, ऑप्शन डी, 40% इज द राइट आंसर. So all the people have given me the right answer. That is option D, that is 40%. Absolutely right, my dear friends. This was the right answer for this particular part. And let me tell you that this was all from the today's session. And as we have covered so many reports and disease questions from the exam point of view, with which we have covered most of the important data regarding this particular reports. So my dear friends, there's a surprise for all of you that we at EduTap are also offering a NABARD Grade A Ultimate Test Series for the Phase 1, which will help you in solving the 8,000 plus solved important multiple choice questions. There will be chapter wise tests, sectional tests, current affair tests, and the full length test. And my dear friend, this is really a very important opportunity for all of you. If you guys have not enrolled to any kind of course, you can just enroll to this one, that is the Ultimate Test Series that we have launched at our platform. So please make sure that you are making the most out of it, and you can always check the link which has been given in the description of this particular session for more details about this particular test series. Okay, now my dear friends, if you are still new to your YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of these sessions. और आज के सेशन की भी PDF आपको मिलेगी हमारे इसी Telegram चैनल पर. ठीक है, अब आते हैं सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज पर माय डियर फ्रेंड, दैट इज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली योर स्कोर इज आउट ऑफ 156. प्लीज टेल मी इन द चैट बॉक्स, please tell me that what exactly your score is out of the 156. So my dear friends, see, this score analysis is really very important for all of you. Why so? Please try to identify, my dear friends, from the exam point of view that you are preparing for the NABARD grade exam. एंड अगर आप अपने लूप होल्स को आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करते हैं तो वो आप कैसे आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं? सबसे पहले आप देखिए कि वो कौन से क्वेश्चंस है जो कि आप इनकरेक्टली मार्क कर रहे हैं, कौन से क्वेश्चंस है जिसको आप स्किप कर दे रहे हैं इन सेशंस के अंदर, कौन से क्वेश्चंस है जहां पर आपका जो टाइम है वो ज्यादा लग रहा है. ट्राई टू आइडेंटिफाई द पैटर्न अमंग दिस पार्ट. एक पैटर्न को आइडेंटिफाई कीजिए. हमेशा वी आर हैविंग सम काइंड ऑफ पैटर्न हियर, and please see that what exactly are the things on which you are really required to work on. वो कौन सा डेटा है जो आप अक्सर भूल जाते हैं रिपोर्ट्स का, वो कौन सी डायमेंशन है जो आपको याद नहीं रहती है. 5 डायमेंशन में से रिलीजिंग बॉडी है या फिर अबाउट सेक्शन है, पैरामीटर्स याद नहीं रहते, की फाइंडिंग्स याद नहीं रहते, इंपॉर्टेंट रैंकिंग्स याद नहीं रहती, या फिर आपको रिकमेंडेशंस याद नहीं रहती. लेट मी टेल यू दैट हमें कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव तैयारी करनी है एग्जाम के लिए. हमें सिर्फ फेज 1 नहीं, हमें फेज 2 भी देना है. तो उसके लिए ये एनालिसिस आपको करना काफी ज्यादा जरूरी है, क्योंकि जो रिपोर्ट्स हमने आज के सेशन के अंदर रिवाइज की हैं, लेट मी टेल यू दैट दे आर ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर फेज 2 एग्जाम एज वेल. बट सबसे पहली लड़ाई हमारी है फेज 1 की, और ये लड़ाई है हमारी खुद से, अपने आप से, कि क्या हम अपनी कमजोरियों को आइडेंटिफाई करके उन पर काम करते हैं. क्या हम देखते हैं कि यस, we are able to identify our loopholes and whether we are able to work on them. So please try to identify your loopholes. I can see here the people are just typing your marks in the chat box out of 156. Absolutely. So Saloni has written that yes, she has got 148 marks. So my dear friends, that's really great. Saloni, this really shows that your marks shows that your preparation is absolutely in the right direction. So please keep up the momentum. अपना confidence आप सभी high रखिए, और कोई भी negative thought मन में आता है तो उसको please मन पर ना लगाएं. And my dear friends, please, it is really very important for all of you to be in the positive mindset. ठीक है, अब ये टाइम है हमारी क्वेरीज का. सो प्लीज टेल मी माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, अगर आज की सेशन से रिलेटेड आपकी कोई भी क्वेरी है या फिर उसके अलावा कोई भी क्वेरी आपके माइंड में, डू नॉट वरी अबाउट इट. Please ask the query in the chat box and I will be really happy to answer your queries from the exam point of view. So my dear friends, any queries that you are having, and if you are basically watching the recorded part of this particular session, you can always share your queries in the comment section of the session. Apart from that, you can also share your queries at hello@edutap.co.in. And if there is any person who want to prepare a strategy for final strategy for the exam, you can guys call us at 814-620-7241. We, the whole EduTap team, are always with all of you, and we will definitely support you to the last moment of this particular exam. So Ajitesh has one query, that does EduTap provide offline coaching also in any city? So Ajitesh, we are basically only working online only. We are not having any offline coaching facility in any kind of city. So you can just check our website at www.edutap.co.in, and you will find all the information regarding the courses, regarding the exams that we cater, that is RBI, SEBI and NABARD. You will get all the information about them in the www.edutap.co.in. Okay, apart from that, my dear friends, please mention in the comment section after the session what exactly your point of view is about this session. अगर आपको इस सेशन पसंद आया, अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर कीजिए so that they can also get the most out of it. And apart from that, my dear friends, please share your opinion about that, whether you have liked the today's session or not, and whether after attending this session your confidence level has moved up or not. आपका confidence level पहले से increase हुआ है क्या? आप सभी reports and indices क्या अब आप सभी के लिए easy हुआ है, या फिर अभी आप उसमें कुछ problems face कर रहे हैं? Please tell me that in the comment section of the session. And I can see here that thank you Ajitesh for your query. Apart from that, we can see that there are no more queries till now. So my dear friends, please feel free to ask your queries. I think these are one of the last leg of our NABARD grade A exam preparation, and I really believe that this preparation is really going to bring you a lot of success in the exam. But you have to make sure that you are revising everything that we have covered till now, and for the revision only we have come up with these kind of sessions, the marathon sessions. So we have covered till now marathon sessions for so many topics. We have covered for the computer knowledge, we have covered for the decision making, we have covered for ESI static, we have covered the ESI general awareness, we have covered the ESI schemes. My dear friends, we are also covered today with the reports and indices, whether it's the ARD reports or the ESI reports. We have covered all of them in the today's session. Let me tell you, my dear friends, that tomorrow we will be having a session of ESI and ARD current affairs. So do not forget to join us on this EduTap channel for the ESI and ARD current affairs. So I can see here that there are no more queries. So my dear friends, you can just type that there are no more queries, because each and every minute of yours is really very important from the exam point of view, and it is really very important that you just invest your time very wisely at this point of time, because the last week is going on, only few days are left for your exam. And all the people who have not downloaded your admit cards, my dear friends, please make sure that you are downloading your admit card and also get acquainted with the place where your exam is in. Okay, so Jitesh, see, जितने भी प्रिपरेशन कर लूं लगता है कि कुछ ना कुछ रह ही गया है. See Jitesh, see, this is basically the kind of state that every person is there, but see what you are required to do. You are really required to believe in your preparation. अपनी preparation पर belief रखिए, खुद पर belief रखिए. If you have seen the EduTap channel, the way we have covered all the content for the NABARD grade exam, अगर आपने उसको अच्छे से cover किया, let me tell you that you are on the right track. Your preparation is on the right track, because we have tried ourselves since the last 3 months. We are taking these sessions and we have made sure that we have covered all the important topics from the exam point of view. ठीक है, चाहे वो static का हो या फिर current affairs का हो, चाहे वो आपके merit sections हो या non merit sections हो, सभी के related हमने सभी data अच्छे से cover किया है. अगर आपने हमारे sessions को follow किया है, then please make sure, please feel free. ओके, ये जो आपके माइंड में थॉट आ रहा है कि कुछ ना कुछ रह गया है, तो प्लीज ऐसा थॉट अपने माइंड से निकाल दीजिए, बिकॉज यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन एंड यू हैव ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर्ड रियली वेल फॉर द NABARD grade exam. So Kaushar Sheikh is saying no queries, sir. Thank you for the dhamakedar session. So thank you, Kaushar. I think it is basically you guys. Your presence on our platform makes our platform dhamakedar and these sessions dhamakedar. And we believe that the relation that we have with all of you, it will just stay on, and we will see your names in the final list of the NABARD grade exam. So my dear friends, any other queries that you are having, please feel free to write down your queries in the comment section, and what exactly is your point of view regarding the session. If you have liked it, then please mention that as well in the comment section of the session. I believe that there are no more queries in the children's mind right now. आप सभी के mind में कोई भी query नहीं है. So my dear friends, we will be meeting in the next session for the ESI and ARD current affairs. Do not forget to join the session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.